Hey there friend, you click that link. Don't flinch now, don't even blink. It's just a stream with haunted flair, not a trick or murder lair. Come inside, ignore the cold. The fire's fake, but the vibe is bold. Sign this waiver, seal your doom. Screams await inside this room.
And yes, the decor screams too. Got a mic with feedback crack. Cams all glitchy, fears on track. Streaming live from Limbo's gate with cursed alerts that fluctuate.
Smiles too wide, eyes too bright. Ignore the bones off screen just right. I sing, you click, the chat ignites. One scream earns 10 views overnight.
Disclaimer. No souls were monetized, maybe.
Starting soon, don't walk away. Banshees beg you just to stay. Click that heart, unleash your doom. This stream's alive inside your room.
Starting soon, just count to 3. Whisper your name real slow for me. No stars, no bloom, no happy tunes. Just glitch, pop, hell, and dancing ghouls.
Alerts that wail, donations scream.
My mods are ghosts from broken dreams.
They're mostly chill, they joke and laugh.
But cross the line, they'll cut your path. And yes, they take coffee breaks in purgatory.
A folding chair, a witchy brew.
And yeah, that whisper's aimed at you.
We're casual here, no big alarms. Just jump scares tucked in demon charms. Starting soon, the bass ignites. The lights go wild with eldritch rites. If you hear voices, don't you cry. It's just the devil screaming.
You won't die. Starting soon, it's going down. We'll flip your grin into a frown. You click for laughs, now face the beast. You're on the menu at this feast.
My spell book logs your every scream. Clip that moment when you lost your dream. Merch is cursed, the tip jar bleeds. Sponsored now by Demon Seed.
This stream is brought to you by Possessos, the cereal that eats you.
I'm not mean, I'm just obsessed.
With haunting folks who failed the test.
But if you vibe and hang around, we'll drag your shadow underground.
You laughed, you screamed, your lights now fade. We're peeking out from where you stayed. So brace yourself, ignore the shade. Just ride the storm this stream has made. And remember, ghosts don't respect your space.
The lights go red, the screen goes black.
The chat types things it can't take back.
You blink again, the overlay tears. You're now the ghost caught in my layers. Don't say hi, don't drop a heart. That's how the haunting really starts. You came to watch, just passing through, but now the stream is watching you.
You should have read the terms of service.
Mic cuts out, but still you hear.
A lullaby sung in your ear.
Captions show what no one said. A nursery rhyme from something dead.
The chat screams run, but you don't move. You're vibing now inside the groove. You came for chaos, stayed for lore. Now you're part of Stream Corp's core. And hey, free membership for eternity.
Starting soon, don't close your door. You're not on Earth, not anymore. Share the stream or chant a spell. Let's raise the views and raise some hell.
Starting soon.
Hello everyone. How are you doing? We will see. I tried what you said last time. I put my Wi-Fi thingy now at the end of the PC. We will see if we will make it through one stream without the internet dying. We will see, we will see. Who do we have here? Hello Rain, hello Black Flower, Quantum! Quantum! Hello Rain, hello Kairos, hello Jack, hello Dusky, yes you are on time. Hello Fishy, Ace, hello Ace, Ace of the Space. Hello K-Hawk, hello ma'am. Hello Monstrous, hello. Afternoon, last big dude, you truly are the last of the big dudes, you will survive. Hello Abyssal Grey, hello Ray. Hello Venom Abuser. Hello Name, my least favorite chatter. Hello Lio. Hello. Hi Hidden. You're late. What do you mean my layout? Oh, I think it's a compliment, right? When you say the layout fucked. Does it fuck in the good way or the bad way is the question. You will layout Hidden. Yes, hello Hidden. We will look at your video. I saw that recently. Amoretta, it was recommended to me. I checked it out. It's great. So I decided you still. Fuck! Am I still here? Oh my god, am I still here? Am I alive? Am I alive? I need to refresh. Fuck me. Is this still working? Please tell me it didn't die. I think it died. Yeah, pretty sure it died. Is it? Am I still alive? I don't know. Is this working? Am I still alive? I'm there. Yes, okay, yes. Yes. Okay, refresh. Fuck, needed some time. Fine, it's fine. We're alive. We're living. We're living. Good. Chat is dead. No, we're alive. Good. Anyway, like I said. We go. Dein WLAN ist im Arsch. It is. Fuck. The chat didn't load. Okay, it's fine. Like I said, I checked out Hidden's video recently. It was recommended to me. I thought it was really good, so I gave back the router. Fuck you, Ace. Okay, we will make it through the rest. Mic and chat check. Yeah, the mic is right. So we'll Hidden brought some old lore to us, and we decided, you know what? We will check it out. So let's see what we have here. Ace is jealous of how many people. No, he isn't. He wouldn't do that. Also, Hidden's video is in the description. Make sure to check it out later and give it a like.
Commentary.
We will now see the law of Amoretta or Night Fawn Art, defending the indefensible. Lio might mock your favorite bird soon. Oh no, not the bird.
Is a strange place. It's a space full of stories, yet the only ones that ever see the light of day are the ones that involve a known enough protagonist. There's little people within the ACC who haven't heard the tales of the FCK, Cloud Palace, Doodletones, and Heat Mitsuru, Hopeless Peaches, and Crystal Flame. But
yay, Hopeless Peach. Hey, I feel called out here.
there's only one place that's so infamous that not even mainstream commentary escapes it. Lio Convoy's Senate, home to the most torn apart.
This isn't 9 hours. This is 1 hour and 22 minutes. What do you mean? What do you mean, isn't it 9 hours? The breast and the... What are you guys talking about? What breasts? What Birdman? I am confused. Thanks for subscribing, Brian Isaacs and Last Big Dude. What are you guys talking about? I'm confused. What bird?
calls online, milked for views, and an easy win at every corner, and yet one of the places that had the most misinformation spread about it, targeted often by Lio's detractors instead of people who actually witnessed it, with such surface-level understanding you could classify it as a Wattpad fanfiction, but also home to many stories that never saw the light of day, as they didn't quite hit the mark.
Please bring us all the stories. I want all the shitter niche stories. Please. I love some archaeology. Big Dude and Brian Isaacs are based. Oh, that's good to know. I love based people. I like them very. I bring you autism long form content. We love that here. We love that hidden. So when you're covering breasts and a beard. Lio, who is breasts and a beard? What?
Of interest for the public eye, but there's quite a few of us left that remember just what secrets Senate still holds and how many stories there are yet to be.
Frazu, I heard that name before. I know that name. I love shitter drama. It's usually fairly low stakes and it's juicy. Exactly. That's why I love it.
Told. Hi, my name is Hidden. Allow me to dust.
Hey, I wanted to read that. I am old, Hidden. You need to show it longer.
And how many stories there are yet to be told. Hi, my
Queen of the Underworld, Goddess of the Dead, Goddess of Wealth. Give me some wealth. Contact. Hit hands to the ground twice. Okay? Hidden, where are you?
name is Hidden. Allow me to dust off and open one of these forgotten old books and give you one of the many untold tales from Senate's library, from the eyes of someone who was actually there. Today, we talk about Amoretta.
Oh, I slapped the ground twice, Hidden. Where are you? You said slap the ground twice. Where are you? False advertisement.
Amaretta, or as they're known more publicly, Night Fawn Art, is one of the former members of the Senate. They first joined the Senate on the 18th of
German public transport is slow. Fuck! You know what? Can't deny that. Fucking Deutsche Bahn. They say they be there in 5 minutes, and yet they never come. And then they're like, yeah, there will be a transfer bus for you. And then there's no bus. Then you have to summon a wizard to bring you to your goal. Maybe Hidden changed their number and now you have to dance to contact them. True. So you have to dance and clap to summon them. The Lumi Cat Mafia. Why is it always cats? Make sure to unknown and unknown. Yes, every rule is enforced. You are given a 24-hour grace period for accidental rule breaks. Okay, so I got 24 hours to break all the rules. Gotcha. Pending your response here. State your age to be admitted to the server.
April in 2023 and remained within it up until December of 2023. They were one of the more normal people within the space.
First red flag. They are normal.
With an at the time small following and merely posting art, but their leave from Senate was far from dull, as we'll come to see. They've also been part of a rather unknown controversy that spanned from 2021 up until today, which partly affected and occurred within the Senate, and has not been publicly acknowledged past tweets.
That's what you got me for, I guess. Exactly, Hidden. That's what you're here for, to give us the tea.
And one unreleased call. This includes Amoretta keeping
What's normal in this world? Exactly. See, that's why it's suspicious. No one is normal nowadays. Hey dude, just got out of my nutrition's appointment and now gotta go shopping. You will be what I listen to. Ah! That's cursed. Thank you, Mr. Yeah, join the Discord, we play Wordle.
Found a known sexual harasser and sex pest, being inappropriate around minors, threatening to...
Damn it! Always! Oh!
And eventually releasing fetish content in a minor maid at age 16, and
what?
First of all, being an asshole within servers and allegedly stealing characters. They are
No, there's the true crime. Stealing characters. I hope this whole video will be about them stealing characters. This is the greatest crime. You know, forget all the stuff about minors, who cares? They stole characters. Imagine having your OC stolen.
Active with a following of over 9k on Twitter and have actively tweeted about ongoing dramas surrounding the ACC and Lio.
Oh, it's Peaches! I genuinely need Lio Convoy off the face of this fucking planet. Like, genuine, this man is so fucking disgusting. I even wanna know what happened now. Key released a video on Lio Convoy and wow. Lies, doxing, threats. The ducky? Not the ducky. Why do I have to remember this? You're keeping me company while Mr. Huck is away. Oh, is he in the dryer again? We're gonna steal characters, don't get caught though, damn it. Emotional. Ah, fuck. I can't write, okay? Leave me alone. Now I know Peaches and Lio aren't laughing as their combined blubber couldn't satiate the whaling industry for 5 decades over. Like Peaches, baby. You're the last one I'm gonna talk about fat. You had a gastric bypass because you couldn't put the fork down. Damn. Any fat. I love that it's German. It feels like home here. Any fat person that shits on others for their weights are so funny to me already. But Peaches is super funny because her Sona literally catfishes you. She's a cosplay hottie, as in she cosplays as anything other than a soon-to-be highly suspicious giving her drinking habits. You take the room. No, he went to the dry cleaners. So he's going out of house for it. It's crazy. I try not to talk about dramas I'm not involved in very often, but this is genuinely disgusting. Those are the people who talk the most about drama. The people in those screenshots are age-checking a literal child in order to harass them in Lio Convoy's Discord server. Literal scum. You all sound like child groomers. Who is he monstrous there? Well, that child... Yeah, they're age-checking.
Up until today, keeping up with the sphere that have previously removed her, for reasons we'll get into. However, within recent
Fatfish. There's something like fatfishing. Like you would take a picture of yourself and make yourself thicker.
days, Amaretta made a reappearance in a recent tussle with people around Lio by redesigning their Sona.
Thank you, Quantum, for the 20! Thank you. Duck, 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 ducky. Thank you. I brought her to my attention. Ah. Skinny fishes. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. I'm a Gary.
Sonas that we'll examine a bit later, and aiding YouTuber A.J with a train wreck of
Or just Nutis channel. No, why would he do that?
the video, The Decay of the ACC, The Rise and Fall of Lio Convoy, Internet Oddities, as they're directly credited in the video.
The intro was done by Castle Labs. I actually got thumbnail help from a person by the name of Night Fawn Art
Oops.
on Blue Sky. I know that they're currently dealing with some bullshit with Lio right now, but they were super duper helpful in regards to the actual formatting of the thing. They genuinely helped me out, and I can't wait to work with them in the future.
In this video,
Oops. Oops.
A.J even directly references Amaretta dealing with some bullshit with Lio right now.
You know, yeah, when you have some bullshit going on with Lio, you know, some bullshit. Don't worry about it. It's just some bullshit. Don't question it. It's just some bullshit. I love the amount of detail that was given. Just some bullshit. I realized Dew is streaming on a day I have stuff to do. Dew hates me. Yes, I do indeed.
tragically spares us the details of what exactly Amoretta is dealing with from Lyle's end. So let's take a look at what's been going on behind the curtains here from the very beginning. This is going to be a brief section, as I don't feel allegations of shit-talking are particularly relevant to what we'll cover later, so allow me to focus on the most important parts. This story starts, as all stories within the ACC do, with a Google document addressing Amo's behavior.
She's out for both of those names. Exactly. I only stream on days where I know you guys are busy.
This document was made on the 13th of June in 2021 when Amoretta was 18 years
Yay, doggies.
old, possibly 19, as their birthday is within June, albeit allegedly on the later part of it, according to a source. With Amoretta scrubbing her Twitter, it's...
So that's where all my tweets are going. Oh, whoops, my belly. Ah, that's where all my tweets are going. Yes. Deleting all retweets that I did during the pandemic really launched my numbers into stratosphere. Like 80k is ridiculous. Then I'm gonna delete old replies and shit, and then my followers. Okay?
It's quite hard to confirm. Thanks, Amo. It was intended solely as a compilation for the moderation staff of the server mentioned with it, but ended up leaking to Amo directly through someone named Tingo. But more about that later. This briefly goes through Amoretta talking poorly of the server and essentially shit-stirring, but soon goes into something more accusatory.
How about you drop the convo like how your mom dropped you on your head as a baby, you one-case argument for post-birth abortions?
Acting inappropriately within a non...
Stop the subject of RP. Stop suggesting it every month. Be cool. It's only brought up once, you actual replacement child. Damn.
age-gated server, but talking
Amo brings this up after Medina mentions his older brother was a miscarriage. I don't think any extra context is needed. Ooh.
about the fetish and being generally not safe.
No, never mind. Thick men are hot again. The horny returned. Having replacement child banger. You know, you gotta admit, I gotta give the W. Replacement child is
For work, this includes
Hey, Metal Man! Welcome to Pain.
allegation of the art that Amoretta posted being fetish content, specifically pregnant and fat fetish content. While the fetish itself isn't an issue, leaking it into
Wait, I just saw Feral Red going. Wait. Thank you for subscribing, Hidden. Pregnancy fat art is fetish art. I know we had a very large drama in the server because of this. And I know that she claimed it isn't. We know people who claim it isn't a fetish. But in her server, she admitted multiple times that it is a fetish thing. It would be fine if not for A. The content leaking into public server that she herself has acknowledged is full of minors. Her blatantly lying about it after she was called out. Unfortunately, all I have proving is this screenshot. I know it isn't much, but an unbiased party can testify that she has mentioned being into war, large bellies twice while NPC in the past days. Not a fetish, I just jerk off to it, exactly.
specifically pregnant and fat fetish content, while the fetish itself
Is a hardcore fetish pornography. Amo has drawn of a feral rat. Excuse me? You can't just scroll! Something about hardcore fetish pornography and something about a feral rat. You can't just scroll all of that behind the background. They get that promise. Okay.
isn't an issue, leaking it into a space with minors is. This document also goes over the allegations of Amo's server being full of porn and makes mentions of the allegation of Amaretta drawing artwork of a feral rat for the first time. It also briefly touches upon the sexual jokes and artwork that Amo
I love they just, I don't know, there was a feral rat, don't worry about it.
posts, but ends back on interpersonal conflict.
I am the server snitch who's not gonna let that shit fly anymore. I just don't wanna hear about how the character fucks anymore. I just don't like it. Ignore the scrolling, it's just for the ADHD brain, so they have something moving in the background. Listen, I'm the kind of ADHD person who looks at what this is actually there in the background. Just say that and go. Amo made a Kate and Blackmore joke. Harp didn't like it. I made it Harp. And now I'm not taking him seriously. Dude, Tingo is fucking 16. It should not be happening. Hey, at least Tingo has an excuse. Amo is older than you. Which make it all the worse. You having an actual fucking meltdown helps literally nobody. Doesn't matter overall. If you have a complaint, take it to the M's or a fucking judge. If we get into those jokes. Woohoo!
Again, the only relevant mention in this document is the mention of a roleplay.
One of these days I might catch you committing a minor offense. And I'll add the mods like a little bitch to mark my words.
Server that sparked concern as it was allegedly populated with minors yet had an icon of a character pressing their boobs against the screen. All in all, this document isn't great. It lacks proof for the harder claims being made and focuses more on interpersonal problems over the possible endangerment of children in a space with not safe for work jokes and possible images. But at the same time, this was solely intended as a document for the staff so they can investigate the allegations over a public call-out. So I'm willing to be a bit more forgiving on that front. Now obviously, Amaretta didn't
And obviously the most important is the character theft. Can't forget that.
take this well and proceeded to respond to the leaked document with her own. From the details of the document I could find, Amaretta released a response to this on the 8th of February in 2022. At this time, Amaretta is 19 years old. This document is written by herself with contributions from Tingo Low, Consume the Chalice, Nightly Flare, and a bunch of anonymous contributors. It spans 42 pages and
Hello, Midnight Cat, you're here. Who do I miss? You didn't miss much. We are 5 minutes in. We're gonna talk about Amoretta. Some old lore hidden brought to us. Hello, Platinum. Hold on, Boba on scream. My attention is back. God damn it, Platinum.
addresses a lot of things. It addresses the at-the-time minors in large parts. It goes from doxing, stalking, feral out of the red, fetishism around minors and more, and
Wait. Yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are 11 subs away from 500. I hope to get them by the end of the month of May. You will see boobs and cock and you will like it. No, hidden. I'm like a battle beast from Invincible, but with boobs. I also didn't censor it. It's a censoring from the doc itself. Damn it.
on the classic of the art commentary community, character theft. For obvious reasons, I will be focusing on the actual problematic behavior, so let's see what Amaretta
No, hidden. You have to talk in length about the character theft, okay? This is not okay. You cannot allow this. Two-body pillow win. Makari, no!
brings us in their defense. This doxing seems to be related to a now deleted rant, and the stalking is turned into a quick no you. The feral rat accusations are dismissed as testimonial but not outright denied, and the fetishism is addressed here. This addresses the 2 times that Amaretta was
Fine, I'll stream about the character theft eventually. Thank God the actual crime is getting addressed. I better hope so, hidden.
openly questioned about their fetishes. Of course, Amaretta denies this and focuses on how
Sometimes I think about how every single getaway vehicle Kate has ever used just transformed. Catch. What? Imagine how much mass you need to gain in one go to properly become the weight of a fucking helicopter. Ammo, I'm going to be blatant about this. I feel like this is a fetish thing and it makes me very uncomfortable, as a lot of things you post. What? Ew, firstly. My thoughts exactly. Turning into vehicles is a fetish? What about Transformers? What the fuck are you talking about? Or Turbo Teen? We talk a lot about eating, people eating a lot, and posting characters with big bellies, especially furry. Where? Hold up. Yeah, this is actually a thing we've seen a lot. What? I think this is a thing for the DMs, my guy. It's kinda odd. Nani? Nani? This is a public safe for work server, and I'd rather not. This server Walden, alright. Yo, who wants to be my art partner? Dropping that subject because catch is not a fetish thing. Ammo. I'm only in the server to satiate my typing fetish. Also, I just like eating. My fetishes are way different from that. Can Catch turn into Sheldon from Big Bang Theory? Okay, seriously though. Ain't it a bit late in the month to be looking for a partner? Is the YouTube comments made into server? The clickety-clack of the keyboard makes me go brrr. Not saying you can't, but we'll get into proper fetishes later. Don't worry, I'll amuse chat. You're a treasure hidden.
Being called out make
Yes, dude, there's such a thing as a transformation kink. I am aware. I have wide knowledge of the kink community. I have vast knowledge of it.
people uncomfortable and then moves on. Ironically, she doesn't deny that the art she posted is fetish artwork, instead clarifying her fetishes are different from what's being claimed, a fetish for feederism. Spoiler, but when
Listen, I'm not into fat people. I just like feeding them. Very different. I just like feeding them large amounts.
Amaretta says she isn't into inflation, war, or pregnancy
Do open your AO3, let's light the candle. I rather not.
as a fetish, she is lying, but it'll take us 2 more docs to get there. But there is something interesting in this specific section. This.
At the time, I was 18, just freshly an adult,
Oh, I was freshly 18.
where these two were underage and trying to talk to me about my sex life for an inoffensive statement about the density of a
It's the miners' fault, actually. They were evil. And I was freshly 18 and they took advantage of me.
character who's shaped like a twig.
The idea of blaming a minor for trying to spark a sexual conversation with a
Yeah, fuck the miners. How dare them?
freshly 18-year-old is certainly a choice, and to infantilize yourself while putting the responsibility on the younger parties is certainly also a choice. Amaretta, this happened in February
Many choices were made.
of 2021. You were a full month away from being 19. You were
Is that a wait, is that a unicorn with a dildo on its head?
Amaretta, this happened in February of 2021. You were a full month away from being 19.
I also sent an image of one of my characters with a sworn as a penis. And funny, awful art and skin color picking. Hey, it's Ace's colors.
19. You were not a freshly 18-year-old. She then, for the second
No one has to reveal their AO3. That's a cruel and unusual punishment. Good. The automod did good by smacking you, Saint. You deserved it.
occurrence of being questioned blames the adult in the equation for even calling her out to begin with.
I don't know why this happened, but I think it'd be best to actually disclose that at the time Medina and Pixie Chew were minors, and Gia's school was actually trying to ask about my sex life while they were present.
After
How dare them?
this, the rest goes again into interpersonal drama. It accuses the dog makers of being stalkers instead, it goes into the accusations of rip-offs and character theft, goes into the dog makers warning other people about
Please address the character theft. It's apparently very important here.
Amaretta, and more. Again, I don't think talking about that here is necessary. People, especially young adults, being assholes on the internet isn't anything criminal, nor
Imagine teenagers being asshole on the internet. Never heard about before. I only heard of the innocent and wholesome ones, you know. When they turn 18, that's when they make a dark change.
was character theft or anything adjacent. I am baffled, however, that even in this response, over 30 pages are dedicated to interpersonal
30 pages!
drama, people being assholes and prodding at each other, over Amaretta dedicating time to disproving that they acted inappropriately around children, brought the fetishes into
Hello, Advocate!
non-age-gated servers, Drew Farrell, and more, and that their proof consists of very loudly going, "Nuh-uh." Now, to be fair,
No, you.
need to do more than that, given the lack of evidence in the notes given to staff, but the priorities being evidence for the actions of your detractors over proving your innocence is nonetheless interesting. On the 1st of November of 2023, Faye and Kane released a
Details zum Dokument.
much more public document that was actually intended as a call-out. It spans 80 plus pages, and at this time,
80 plus pages? Hidden. You tell me. There were 80 plus pages that you read.
Amaretta is 21 years old, with her birthday dated in late June. Keep this in mind moving forward, as I'll point out Amaretta's age where relevant. And for once, the document focuses on the right things. It starts out immediately with what is the most damning accusation: Amaretta defending and keeping around.
Oh, the first document is 80 plus. Terrible. That is an unusual punishment to have to read 80 plus pages.
A sexual harassment.
The next one has over 100 pages. Bestie, I read like 300 pages. Oh no. Oh no. Hidden, are you okay? Are you okay, Hidden? Do you need something?
/ a sex pest. Sir Delta was a moderator in a server called HMT that these people used to share that sexually harassed multiple women by sending them unsolicited porn, sometimes of their characters, which has
Delta sent her unsolicited drawn pornography dozens of times despite her clear discomfort and complete lack of consent. He would corner her in voice...
been confirmed, as you'll see in a moment, and allegedly cornering one in voice chats to speak about sex, making sexual
Why did you think this video is like 2 hours long? I don't know! Reasons?
comments about their profile pictures and statuses, and asking
Yes, and join the Discord. Advocate made some lovely art. Okay, I don't want to open it while we're talking about a sex person. I will show the art a little bit later. Advocate made amazing art. I want to show it off in a bit.
her if she used her own body as a reference for the not safe for work art that she created. This document does include evidence of this by including an evidence doc made by one of Delta's victims linked in the description. I'll put some of the proof here and link
What?
the doc, but please be aware
That Kama Sutra in the back?
that this document does show uncensored porn. The victim even addresses that the proof was originally solely sent to the mods of the server, but Amoretta's continuous public doubt of the story forced them to release their proof. Delta was
Oh, you don't believe us even though he was fired?
luckily removed from his spot as staff because of this in October of 2021. Now, what does this have to do with Ammo? Well, Amaretta got access to the server announcement regarding Delta's removal despite being banned from the server it was made in. Here's the full announcement that Amaretta would have been privy to. The relevant
For those unaware, we recently had to remove Delta as a community member, and also as a member of projects such as UIR, the High Midnight Tournament, and the Outlaw Dive. It came to my attention, Glitch and Reactors, that Delta has been actively sending not safe for work content to members of the server, acting unprofessional and his behavior unscrupulous. It came as a shock to me to find out more of this behavior from not just members of the HMT, but even others outside of it. I confronted Delta about this and had to remove him from working on the list of projects I've been doing, which is unfortunate due to his involvement and help with them in a number of cases, but I can't allow this to continue knowing how it continually happened and was affecting community members. We're not going to name the people affected. They are not obligated to explain or defend or justify our response here. They have already done more than their fair share in shouldering the burden of this, and we will not put any responsibility for cleaning up a mess of Delta's making on them. The responsibility is ours to fix. I do enjoy the wall of text. Here's 7 low screenshots! Fuck me. The timeline of events on our side is very important to understand with the way things were handled and mishandled. The chain of communication and comments was scattered due to a few numerous factors. Reactor had taken a more distanced role due to concerned judges were too close / too friendly with competitors. So there was this... Was it kind of a tournament? Oh yeah, the Midnight Tournament. Is it like an art tournament or... with competitors, and may have been biased in scoring matters and was dealing with IRL issues. Delta told us he was in the midst of going through a very tough time, and so were people close to him. For their benefit and his, we didn't want to risk worsening an already uncomfortable and stressful situation by compounding those problems. The people affected directly with this incident likely to reduce the drama and just to end the stress these events caused, either told us it was resolved when they weren't fully satisfied with the issues yet, or had kept some parts of the matter to themselves. The result was a process of info being passed along between mods, community members, and others, where we thought we were respecting the wishes of people who mattered most by not making a bigger deal out of it. When a demotion having Delta step out of the server or some other measure would have been necessary and appropriate. A lot can be said about the benefit of hindsight here, but please find it in your hearts to understand that nothing we did was done out of maliciousness and was a product of inexperience or confusion of the facts. Do your father and just summarize it.
Parts of this wall of text is
I like reading walls of text. Okay. Okay, we listen to the summarization.
that it's being openly acknowledged that not safe for work was sent to the members of the server and that they, the staff, were given evidence by the victims that this occurred and that Delta had been removed as a consequence thereof. The announcement isn't great, as it doesn't specify that the not safe for work was sent without consent, but it can be easily inferred as there wouldn't be a reason to remove him if it occurred with consent. Amaretta's response to this, in her server, was to immediately make the situation about her by asking if she was still allowed to be friends with Delta, if she would be
Listen, I know my friend sexually harassed like 3 people, but you mind if I'm still friends with him? Can I just be friends with him? I really want to. I couldn't sleep for a while. Oh god. Oh god, no! I need to read the. Please, I'm the victim here. How do I put this into words? They are not simple feelings. It won't stop me from trying. I try my damnedest to be a good friend, really. I do. I do everything with as much gusto as I can. I try to give love to everyone I can, even if it means lying to them just to make them feel better. But what do I do now? When someone's so utterly in the wrong that I can't really defend them, but they're still my friend. A friend I had confided in with my personal secrets and feelings for months. Someone who would have rather looked corrupt and shady than stop being my friend over petty drama. I don't know. He's been a good friend to me, but he won't even tell me his crimes. Nobody will. Questions keep lingering in my mind about it. Can I still talk to him? Am I bad for associating with him? Will I be prosecuted? Everything is a blur. I couldn't sleep for a while, but I passed out moments after. Oh, it was so bad, I passed out and had strange nightmares. I don't want to do this anymore. I hate the HMT so much. I hate everything about it. So few good things came from it that I would rather just memory hole it. So much strife, so much drama, and now this. 3 women got sexually harassed by your friend, and you're like, but what about me? I passed out from the drama. I'm so tired. I actually want to kill myself. Bro. I know that there are still people spying in here, but I've thrown caution to the wind for once. I want to forgo hiding any longer. I give up. I think this is my 13th reason why. And this vent is either a way to get those thoughts out of my head, or a desperate cry for some kind of help. I've never dealt with this before. I don't know what to do, who to help, or even why I'm leaving. Here it is for the world to see. A woman who just wanted friends left to be condemned to a hell I didn't create, taunted by ghosts I can't get rid of, fighting battles I didn't choose. I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore and apologize for my entire existence. Everything I do seems to have some kind of detriment to others, so I don't want to be here and be that detriment. Is this a final message? I don't know. Is it a suicide letter? I don't know. I just want it all to end. That's so sad, bro.
prosecuted if she did remain friends with him, and acknowledging that his actions are indefensible, and then in true ACC fashion, ending on a bit where she alleges that this was her 13th reason, downright baiting for sympathy and calling the announcement a suicide letter. Way to make a situation about a sexual predator about you. At this time, Amaretta is 19 years old, with her birthday having been in late June, and this happening in October of 2021, according to this tweet. This continued by them defending Delta
Oh.
publicly based on lack of evidence, despite evidence having to exist because it caused Delta to be removed as staff on Twitter.
I have not seen evidence at all. And I have learned not to take things at face value. I do not know these victims. All I have is what was presented to me, and what was presented was that they knew actively taunted the guy with the info and sat on the info on purpose. What? I was not blaming the victims because I don't know the victims. I was talking about how certain people were aware of this, actively used it as a threat instead of telling right away. It aggravated the hell out of me. It grossed me out, and I wanted to make that known. Hi, Blue! Hi, Blue! I doubt that's the final mission, and I don't even know what's happening here. I hate that I share a birth month with this wretch. Oh. She mad she can't keep the sex pest.
Funnily enough, despite this, Amaretta acknowledges Delta as a sex
Oh, as a sex pest? Okay, when I actually look back at the whole drama, it becomes way more fucked. The people harassing me hid the actions of a sex pest under the rug because they didn't consider that person a threat and only outed him when that person opposed them. Actually disgusting.
pest when it's convenient for her, because she can use it as a way to discredit her opposition. And with yet, Amaretta decides to make Delta part of his staff and her server. This
What? What? But she just said he just called him a sex pest. What? Intriguing thing. So Delta is a mod on the server. Wasn't he the fucking weirdo in the entire cast of URI, including me, pressured letting go because he was a weirdo? Wait. Hidden. What? But she just made a tweet calling him a sex pest. What? Yeah, I'm not computing. I'm not computing the info I am giving.
Was revealed in March of 2022 and confirmed, as you can see below. According to the screenshots in the doc, Amaretta remained friends with Delta even up until the release of this doc in November of 2023.
It gets worse! Yay! He's a low-tier sex pest. He sent people porn. He sent 3 women porn of their characters. Without consent.
Feel there's something very telling about publicly acknowledging Delta as a sex pest and a sexual harasser, yet still choosing to keep him around for multiple years, but viewer's choice. Come to your own conclusions here. Delta was eventually removed from
Listen, he might be a sex pest, but he's my friend.
server in 2023 on behest of some popular YouTubers. This ended, as
Popular YouTubers.
into later, where Amaretta also openly acknowledges Delta as a sex pest. Despite this, Amaretta remained following Delta on social media up until summer of 2024, until called out on this
Also sexually harassing them in VC and such. Yeah, that too.
too. And in January of 2026, is back to openly publicly associating with Delta on YouTube and in streams. In fact,
I was about to say, you know, still following them. I can see forgetting to unfollow someone, but actively being with them, yeah, that looks bad. That looks bad.
thanks to one of Amaretta's little friends reaching out to me on the 15th of March of 2026, who I'm choosing to keep anonymous because they've asked me to, not that I'd have to oblige, but I am choosing to, I confirmed that
So generous of you.
Amaretta still keeps Delta around to this day because she's—
To this day! Wait. Hidden. To this day? 2026? What?
and I quote, friends with his girlfriend. Take this with a grain of salt if you must, but here's those DMs read out. I've been doing a fun little series where I go through the old Senate lore as somewhat of an archivist. Amaretta made herself known by swinging at Lio and people close to him and openly lying
That's wild. To this fucking day. It's wild. Hello, Jelly. She even still has him in her server?
about not knowing who any of us are, or not being connected to the ACC. There is no personal motivation here, merely archiving, and she happens to have made herself known right when I started the series, so I found history a fitting topic.
From my understanding, Emma has made public tweets in the past
I
and
saw the pat.
has gone into positive and negative interactions with Lio. The only real connection she has to the ACC was Hopeless Peaches, who was on friendly terms with Amaretta. But to make it clear, they were not friends, nor
They were not friends. Trust me, they're not friends.
super close. She has no personal connections to the ACC, and her
Of
time
course, no personal connection. Just like other people who weren't part of it. No one.
in the Senate was quite limited.
So I don't think that's quite true. She's had numerous private and public calls with people from Senate, specifically Lumi and Peaches in a public call, but also private calls with
You already know they are friendly with Peaches. Oh,
somebody named Sunny. This is by nature a personal connection, given the Senate was the reason she eventually finally removed Delta, despite being back in contact with him now. She also loudly swung both at Lio and in defense of Lio, swung directly at Sunny on Twitter, saying there won't be any consequences for her actions of endangering minors and keeping Delta around, and has not
Peaches? Why does the name sound familiar? Repurpose. Don't worry. Better you don't know. Shush. You remember Hopeless Peaches?
actively involved herself with the people around Lio by fake tweeting at and about them. I think she's quite connected, by her choice no less.
Amoretta doesn't consider direct or vague tweets personal connections, but merely voicing her opinion publicly.
I'm just voicing my opinions.
However, she can concede that people can criticize said opinions as she feels no strong attachment to them, and has stated privately she doesn't care enough to respond to them publicly.
She doesn't actually care. She just wants to vague tweet. Aww. Adorable.
So the connection with Delta has and will remain private as she is more friends with his girlfriend. She has made uncouth comments in the past about the situation, but has apologized for said comment and opted to no longer speak on it further. As for Sunny, she has admitted and directly apologized to Sunny for her actions and has opted to keep her spaces that she moderates 18+ and to hold her
Wow, what a big mood. What a big mood.
tongue around people under the age. Sunny is generally the only person Amaretta is on
That's
friendly
such a big step, being like, you know what? I shouldn't have minors on my server, and I will hold my tongue around kids.
terms with. However, they do not speak often as their last conversation was in October of last year.
So you are confirming that she keeps someone that she considers a sex pest,
Oops.
which she openly admitted to, and someone that has openly sexually harassed
The
multiple
bare minimum! The bare minimum, ladies and gentlemen! No, that was a huge step for her, okay? It was a huge step. Hey, Rose!
women to the point of being fired from a smart staff position around, asking for clarification. Also, don't worry, I'm aware Sunny and her spoke and have clarified as much as stream.
For Amaretta's recollection, she has never admitted or called Delta a sex pest and has
No, she did. No, she did. We saw that.
made no public statement saying as such. From our understanding, there was 3 victims all in private. One that Delta apologized to in Twitter DMs.
Listen, he might have sexually harassed 3 women, but he apologized to one of them. Everything is forgiven.
The other 2 we have very little information on due to our positions in our relations to these people. If you need any more clarification of Amaretta's stance on Delta's situation, please talk to Amaretta. Also, do you have any comments on the tweets and Amaretta's stance on them? Topic change back to the stream. I would also like to comment on your racially insensitive comment about her
Hidden! Were you racist? Wasn't even me, damn. Racism on your stream. No.
ethnic lineage because we feel
Not an ethnic lineage. Who's we?
this is important to talk about.
Within that last message, as you just heard, Emma's friend confirms that they were sent by Amoretta, or that Amoretta at least was aware that they were talking to me, given the wording of we. I will have a
I
very
was about to say, who was we?
brief, very short excursion here, because one of the claims made in the DMs you just heard is that Amoretta never acknowledged nor confirmed Delta was a sex pest. This is not true. Amoretta openly acknowledges and
Yes, she did. Who was racist on your street, Hidden? Yeah, Hidden. Who was racist?
disavows Delta's actions from the moment they were exposed in 2021, but also claims she wouldn't step up for him, something she later entirely changes, as she claims she's trying to get him therapy, but we'll get there.
Listen, nobody! Listen, Hidden, we really need to talk about the racism on your streams. We need to talk about that. It was very racially insensitive of you. What? The topic of Delta. I have been left in the dark for years. No, but this isn't about me. The Delta situation is between Delta and the victims. This was his situation that I had little on. What? I won't be making any more comments on the situation I'm not part of. Well, you are part of if you keep them around. Whether you learn that one of your friends fucking sexually harassed a woman, you're like, listen, not my problem. You're my friend. And I'm getting him to therapy, don't you worry.
Soon. For now, enjoy a brief preview. Amaretta was 19 for the first tweet and 21 at the time of sending the rest of these tweets. This also includes her openly acknowledging the not safe for work he
The Delta. Okay, then in your doc, correct me if I'm wrong. 100% just based off what's in your doc, your response doc. You say that what he's done is awful, wrong, whatever. Yeah, Guess who's still in your server? He is. And who's still active in your server? He is. I'm trying to get the man some therapy. No! You can't fix him! You can't fix him! Stop being a fix-a-hoe! No, on the Delta situations. I saw the screenshots, and in them he's being too overbearing. He's definitely pushing not safe for work where it should have been. But I know it's probably going to be like, you know, right? I told him through and through, like, you need help for this, right? 'Cause I don't. Just want to see people, you know, he tried to take his own life. Oh, boo-hoo! Boo-hoo! He's suicidal. That's why he had to arrest 3 women.
sent in a later Senate
It's only what keeps him alive.
call a month later, but we'll talk more in depth about that too. And that's that. On to the next allegation, Amaretta being sexual around minors. These allegations pertain to Amaretta
Every time.
when she was 18. In fact, by her own admission, in April
Freshly 18.
of 2021, Amaretta was 2 months away from turning 19, as her birthday is in late June and all,
That's not freshly 18. What the fuck?
and was part of a server that had children as young as 14 years old within it.
Why is there Splatoon?
In this server, Amaretta frequently speaks about how her characters have sex descriptively.
Double J cup, just like me. What? It's some cherry bomb tits, real bombs. Then there's this transfer student with some bonker-lunkers. Wow, cherry bomb versus ammo, Dragon Ball tier fight of cringe. Tis my boobs. Hi, Amber.
Mentioning it, talking about their genitals, talking about how big their boobs are, acknowledging how
I mean, she got them pothole one with the horse show in the back and macaroni in the pot. Y'all feel me? What? I don't feel ya. She hit that sloppy toppy for puppy and leave a man shook.
only their others openly acknowledging their wolf fetish.
I was cancelled for that hush. What? I'll expose me for owning 2 gigabytes of war for reference on how Beep will eat the competitioners in his future comics. What? Bro, why we gotta talk about titties so often? By Ammo's own admission, the server is full of minor. No titty, bruh. What bruh?
Fetish posting art and insinuating
Duke Blackmore, the Iron Ranger has entered the building. The Iron Ranger! The Iron Ranger. What? Oh.
a character was receiving a blowjob under her table.
Oh. You ran a call and I listened like the million things I could fit in my bra. I gotta stop making my art so horny, but I don't want to. Literally, yes. The worst feeling is getting fitted while the bra is still on and they give you like a G cup. Like, ma'am, this will not fit. I'm not G. And then they still make you try it on. Victoria's Secret.
And joking about their art having a
I almost thought this was a weird fetish thing. Oh god, not this shit again. What? How? Amo, I'll be real with you. 90% of your post has that vibe. There's a vibe, and it is that. Also, my art is always immensely horny. Isn't that the guy who did a video LARPing as a lawyer with Ponder? Oh, Oatmeal! Who was- wait, who? Who? I'm getting paid to do for another hour. Oh, what was his name? I just called him Oatmeal all the time, so I don't forgot his real name. Fuck, what was his name? Fuck, I need to. Fuck, what was his name? I just remember him as Oatmeal. Fuck! Who was the guy? No, not Silva. Not Silva. The one who did the video with Ponder on Akumu. Who did the lawyer? That wasn't Silva. No, that wasn't Silva. I'm not talking about Deed. I'm talking Darkness Stone. Yes, thank you, Hidden Darkness Stone. Thank you. That was the original Oatmeal.
fetish vibe. As we'll get into later, yes, Amaretta does have a fat pregnancy wolf fetish, which recontextualizes the posted artworks here immensely as something sexual to them. The last few are especially uncomfortable.
Again, I love how everyone is like making art of their fucking fetishes and they're like, no, don't worry, it's not a fetish, haha. At least this is actually something that's fetish and not a magic trick. This is why I'm the lore keeper, because you remember all the names. I will just spam you every time I don't remember a name, like Hidden! That's the name of the guy who looks like a circus tent.
As Tingo, according to the doc, was 16 years old as this happened,
Oh.
while Amaretta was 18 and a half. I'm specifically distinguishing her age here because Amaretta really likes claiming
I'm not into titties, JK. Unless. Of course.
she was freshly 18 when this all happened. Amaretta even actively admits talking about their kings as
Yes, absolutely fucking adore it. I can't live without it. I want it to fucking take up every waking minute of every waking day in my life. You know, you're a cringe lot with inflation and the like. Oh. I'm aware this is sarcasm, still an incredibly bad look, considering what we know. Does this make you uncomfortable? You're always talking about my kings. I thought you all wanted to hear about it. Like, what's wrong, bro? I am 16 here. She makes it out as if we are the ones bringing these things up. It's always her, unprompted. Oh no, listen, the minors are the ones. The minors are the ones who... This is 2021.
and tells the minors, telling her they're uncomfortable to just seethe when they express a boundary. This
Cease if you don't want to hear about my pregnancy inflation kink.
continues and
Please refrain from posting mature content about yourself. I understand that you are just showing the price tag, but the conversation can become uncomfortable for a server which contains people under 18. I also want to make sure you do not get unwanted attention. Ah, okay. I'm okay with the attention, though. Curving bitches is what fuels me. Bruh. It's fine if you are, but please refrain from doing it in this server, where there are underage people. Thanks for understanding. Yeah, general note, please don't post content about yourself in that kind of manner, just for your safety and other. Listen, I don't care about my safety. Fuck the others. Hey, Chris! Are you dying?
another servo, Amoretta talks about her own boobs so much that Maud stepped in to tell her to stop and remind her
Imagine talking about your own boobs so much that someone is like, hey, can you please stop talking about your boobs?
that minors were within this space. The Dogmaker even proceeds to give us proof of Ammo's fetishes,
No, not Venom! Every day we stray further from. Listen, I love Venom because I'm a monster fucker. But this is not what I mean by that. Not that I'm into war or anything, but low-key want Venom to swallow me entire. Eat my entire self, please. Me already knowing what to do with this info and the character you met a while back. Ma, do you even play Marvel Rivals? Just want to fuck Venom. Well, what do you think, Saint? What do you think? What do you think, Saint? What do you think? Oh god, there's the art. I was so concentrated on Venom, I didn't even see it. Oh god.
Pregnancy and includes a Twitter and a Tumblr account. Amaretta will, in her response to this, confirm this is her account and that she is indeed into the aforementioned fetishes. We also have the accusation of drawing feral artwork here, albeit presented not with the artwork, but
is it the wet?
A tweet of how far Amaretta would go for world building, which apparently includes
looking up animal genitals to get a sense of biological scaling.
Looking up animal genitalia for reference.
What?
I don't know what kind of world building you need this.
Listen, sometimes you gotta make sure your world build in your animal world building, you know, where all the animals have their fucking dicks out. You gotta do it right. You know, do be like that.
But do go on. This also includes an accusation of Amoretta posting the image of feral artwork in a server that allowed minors, but sadly includes no proof of such, nor any proof that she changed this narrative at all. The doc then goes into a bunch of interpersonal things, again, character theft, wake tweeting at each other, and similar things, though this again hides a very interesting action. In a tweet of Ammo's in November of 2023, when Ammo would have been 21 years old, she places an ultimatum over one of the Dogmaker's heads that
how about you, Sami, go 3 days to show me all the evidence you keep threatening you have. Bring it all, so I can disprove it. What? But if you miss the 3-day mark, I tell everyone a little secret about your boyfriend that will really put this drama into perspective. I'll pin it so you do not forget it. Yeah, that looks like a sane action to take.
if she isn't shown evidence, she will release a little secret she has about Kane. This secret is revealed to be Amos having access to an archive of Fetish ASMR Kane, the aforementioned boyfriend made when he was 16 years old.
She is threatening them with ASMR, the dude made when he was 16. I feel like this is worse for Amoretta than for the dude, I'll be real. Amoretta stupid?
Old. As war is a fetish, which always carries sexual connotations, this is sexual roleplay ASMR, a minor created that Amos was holding as an adult, age 21, to use to apply.
Hey, do you as a 21 have access to something that a minor did with 16? Why do you have Pumpkin? Not the time. It's not the time, Pumpkin. I cannot.
A pressure to Kane and their partner to get access to information they wanted. I don't think I need to point out how horrid.
To be fair, the company she keeps also stupid. Yeah, true. Pumpkin, what do you want? What do you get on my shoulder for? Baby.
This is. But where's the evidence, you ask? Don't worry, we'll get there with Amoretta's response in 2 minutes, I promise. In the middle of the
promise. What? Of someone's house and their license plate. What? Oh, doxing there. Oh, nice, nice.
ongoing interpersonal conflict being addressed, we have the allegation of Amoretta doxing someone's house and a license plate on an Instagram account. The doc makers acknowledge their only evidence that this is Amoretta is that the art is Amoretta's, and the account is being deleted right as it would publicly called out as belonging to Amoretta, according
Isn't that convenient?
to the doc. It also briefly addresses Amoretta bringing one of her detractors' children up as an attempt to embarrass them, which is entirely uncalled for and entirely unnecessary. There is
Always a good thing to bring in the kids. Just letting you all know, one of my stalkers has a whole ass kid, a legit fucking kid, and still dedicates her time. I mean, it couldn't be me or my friend. Have not stupid. Like, who has a kid and still dedicates their time to this girl? Be a fucking lady. Why? Why you be like this?
There is never a reason to drag someone's children into online drama, but I suppose Amoretta didn't get that memo. The last tweet
No, that's what you do, that's what you do. That's how you look sane.
especially almost reads as a threat of wanting to expose this person's actions to their partner. The doc then continues with very mild offenses, such as shit-talking, vague tweeting, retweeting the doc she made about Kane and Faye, character theft allegations against Tingo, and more.
Yeah, character theft. Why, we need to talk about the character theft here, though. Hidden, why you never talk about the character theft? I feel like you're hiding something. You're hiding the real crime.
This isn't relevant in the light of the more harsh allegations, so I'm choosing not to cover it. If you're curious, I linked all relevant documents in the description. On to the next doc we go.
I'm in hell, send help. It's too late, Hidden. It's too late for help.
The two responses Emma made to this came out on the 8th of November of 2023, with Amoretta being 21 at the time of scripting it. This response spans a meagerly 6 pages. In this,
Listen, she is 21 now. I'm sure she made better life choices now. I'm sure this will be great. Right? This will be a great response.
Amoretta immediately acknowledges what Delta did was awful, says that she was unaware of him being awful and thus shouldn't be chastised for.
But she did knew, right? In the tweet she said the sex pest. How does she still not know?
Remaining friends with him. This ignores Amoretta keeping him around until today, as the day of the doc being released, despite being aware that
Oh god, Pumpkin has a zoomies. Hi, Pumpkin. Hello. I don't have a tweet. Stop licking my hair. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Pumpkin is being weird.
he was removed from a staff position over this, acknowledging that Delta would refuse to answer for the allegations under threat of harming himself, along with acknowledging a
I cannot talk about me sexually harassing people. I will harm myself.
day before releasing her doc that what he did was fucked up, yet still keeping him around until now, making her, say it with me, involved. She then pivots to her own sexual abuse as a way to bait.
Well, what does that have to do with anything? You say you care about the choices of people who were abused by Delta, but at no point did you care if all you planned to do was drag my name through the mud repeatedly by saying what you said, connecting him to me on multiple occasions just to further dirty my name and smear me, a victim of years of sexual assault and abuse. So you, as a victim of sexual abuse and assault, are fine with your friend being a sex pest who sexually harassed a woman? I am confusion.
Sympathy from her audience, something that she doesn't prove anyone would be aware of, nor something that is relevant while accusing her of harboring and associating with a sexual harasser that she, again, confirmed is a sexual harasser. Emma then shifts the goalpost, claiming that the document that Faye and Kane made was about Delta, when that is incorrect. That document openly acknowledges being about Amoretta, her associations, and her actions within multiple servers. Delta is mentioned as her association and her
Listen, he was mentioned in there, so it was actually about him.
willingness to remain associated with him, and this document does not serve as a call-out against Delta. This is willfully misleading. Funnily enough, she refers to Delta as a friend.
It's about using my friend's bad behavior to I would think to smear me because you know that none of these allegations would actually hold water otherwise. Should I give Amoretta a chance? You know what, Ace? You can fix her. I believe in you. Or you can make her worse. Your choice. Bruh. Listen. My friend made a few poor choices. You know, do some porn of your woman. You know, do be like that sometimes. You know, sometimes your friend makes a bad choice.
Even now. She then addresses her behavior within the servers that harbors minors and reduces it to merely talking about her boobs. As a refresher, Amaretta was accused of openly sharing sexually charged art, talking about her OC's sex life and genitals, openly acknowledging her kinks, and ignoring
You and Hidden both have eyes with black sclera. I assume this is because you're German. Yes. All Germans have the black sclera. The black sclera eyes. In no bloodline. It's a very German trait.
boundaries when they were put down, and then tries to say that they couldn't acknowledge.
Wait, it's even the same eye! It's even... Is it? Wait. No, it's a white... I have the white one, you have the left one. They fit! Does this make me German? Yes, monstrous. You are now German.
Them as they have.
Listen, together we have two black scleras. One on the left, one on the right. Yeah, we are matching.
The people that were complaining blocked, which outright ignores the fact that she shouldn't have spoken
We are the German yin and yang. Exactly.
about these things in a server that had children in it, but whatever. At paragraph.
Listen, I can't talk to my friends about bra and the arms. I need to make it on the server. Children around. I got you, dude. I will fix the broken woman. You get her. You get her, Tiger. You get her. Tell me if you fixed her or you made her worse.
Later, we move into the accusation of feral artwork. Here, Amoretta merely mentions a joke she made saying she'd look up animal genitalia for world building. I, again, don't know what.
Listen, sometimes you wanna make a very realistic work, you know? Also, just come up with funny shapes, you know? There are many fantasy penises that are very funny. That look really cool. You don't have to look up actual animal penises.
What kind of world building this would be necessary for, but do go off. But then we get to the worst section. I will censor this section as it includes someone's legal name, according to Amoretta herself. You may remember that Amoretta was accused of having an archive of a minor doing fetish kink ASMR of Vol, and threatening to release that if her demand should not be met a day before she released this document. Amo just straight up confirms it here. She links the account, sharing
What? She linked the account and an archive. ASMR made by a 16-year-old. Are you fucking kidding me? This is her defense. This is her defense. She's stupid. Is she missing half of her brain? I don't understand these fetishes. Maybe I'm just too normal, I guess. Hi. Listen, Ace, don't worry. We know what she's into. You have to get really round. You have to gain a lot of weight, and she can't resist. You got this, Ace. You got this.
This person's legal name and links 2 of the videos that were made when this person was 16 years old, and links an actual archive as it seems this channel ended up taken down. This archive is still active, so I will not be sharing this link, and
thank you very much.
I will link a copy of this document that has these links removed. Insane self-report for Emma here. I don't know what to tell.
I'm about to say, that is fucking insane. Listen, haha, guys, here's the archive of this girl who did sexy ASMR as a 16-year-old. Haha. Checkmate. Losers. I don't want her anymore. That woman is... Hey, it's not like that. Hey, the fuck kind of weak stance is that? Saint is my next target now. Saint is sadly taken. Ace, you're too late. You're too late, Ace.
Remember that Amo is 21 years old at this point, releasing Fetish ASMR a minor mate as poor retaliation for kink shaming after they threatened to release it if they didn't get.
You can make more ASMR with her, Ace. Ace, yes. That is such a good project, Ace. Ace. You gotta get her, and you two make war ASMR together. You're like, no, not like that. I'm not gay. Yeah, Pookie.
Get access to information they wanted. If they meant information about Delta, they would have gotten that, and yet still chose to release the sensitive part of Kane's past anyway. The fact that this is in a document about Emo addressing herself, keeping a sexual...
It's really insane that she's like, you know what? Checkmate. This ASMR made by a minor. Yes, what do you mean, no? What do you mean, monstrous? What do you mean? What do you mean, no? You mean do, yes.
harass her around, and acting inappropriately around minors is insane. But I suppose this is her way of making good on the threat she made. Amoretta openly acknowledges that this person was a minor when these fetish ASMR works were made and uses it to paint the minor in a negative light. Amoretta then self-reports again by acknowledging that they did draw Kane's character in a pregnancy comic, something
What? I did not draw your character in a fucking fetish comic, like you kept fucking gossiping that I do. You're full of shit and I'm about to jugular you. I made a reference comic and you accused me of fetishism in a public chat with all your friends. Womp fucking womp. The exact comic, he said, I made fetish art. This character in this one, you know, the joke comic based on a fucking Vocaloid shitpost. Clearly I'm a huge fetishizer and a massive hypocrite. Well, if pregnancy is your fetish, then yeah. Yeah. You're having fun learning about this book? I'm having fun, Nate. I'm having fun. I love hearing about the war, ASMR, and the pregnancy fetish. No, it's great. Great life.
we confirmed now is her fetish, what makes it reasonable for Kane to be uncomfortable and doubt the intentions behind the comic being made.
Anyways, do I have a cute thing in your DMs? I swear to— Aww! Aww! He's a little lizard guy. Hi. Just got here. What is the charge for this person? Keeping a sex pest around, drawing fetish art of people, releasing ASMR of a minor making war fetish ASMR. Great, it's great. Great. And
We
lying a
then
lot.
continue into more interpersonal allegations, though I would like to acknowledge one part here. Amaretta calls herself an angry child during the section
You are 21.
addressing her vents, while at the time being already 18 years old, if
Oh.
not closer to 19 years old,
Okay, at the time where those things were made, yeah. Listen, I was just a child. I was just a teeny weeny bit.
depending on when these exactly occurred. Reminded that she is writing this at 21 years old, actively infantilizing herself in a document meant to address
Listen, I'm just a 21-year-old minor.
keeping a sex pest around and being freaky and irresponsible around children. We then go into more interpersonal problems such as character theft and access to drama chats before we end on a
Finally addressing the character theft.
take that I would rather have people that aren't the color of type 450 flowers speak on. Here's
Oh!
Amoretta's take when they're treated as an adult after they turned 18, along with having their actions acknowledged up until they were 21.
Funnily enough, forcibly maturing, also known as adultifying, black women is a very common racist tactic used by ardent racists to make black girls and young women seem like they are far more vicious, adult,
What? 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 Saying you were 18 and then now 21 and saying you should have known better is racist? You acting freaky around children with 18, 19 is calling you out for that is racist? What? I am confused.
and dangerous than they are, and I really want you to sit with that. The language he used in this doc is nothing short of deeply disturbing and bordering on racist, and that's painfully ironic coming from the same person who tried to call me racist over messing up a culture.
Here's how part of the demographic that Amoretta claims is a
Fun fact, though, anytime I swung on her, she called me a racist. She's right, but that wasn't the point. Say no. How is this basis? An actual thing, but they're clearly using it as a shield, especially since it doesn't apply here. That person was 18 plus. Yes, adultification is a thing for teenagers and kids. Oh, listen. I'm just a little 18-year-old.
Affected by this racist tactic feel about this take. These people have been thoroughly made aware of Amoretta's actions and have had access to all documents, including Ammo's. Alright, that's that. Now let's move on to the only behemoth of a doc left.
Did she intentionally pick the two black people mentioned? Fuck you, Ace.
Amos responds, Electric Boogaloo, made
Let's
on the
go.
8th of August of 2024, according to the doc details, and released in December, and last changed on the 6th of January of 2026. This spans
What?
over
So
100
just this year?
pages and
Oh no.
multiple sections. Amoretta, in December of 2024, would have been 22 years old.
This is all paired with the ableism and even racist rhetoric in this monster of a dog. Not the racism.
I will choose to ignore any and all interpersonal accusations of this person stole my character and any repeats of already stated things. I would like to state, though, this document starting out with entirely less
Address the character theft.
bad accusations, her fetishes, racism, being fatphobic, her
This is where Girly is addressing her allegations. Over 60 pages in. You know what? It's actually genius. She's like, okay, here's 60 pages of stuff no one cares about. No one will read this far. Only an insane person would read this far. Little did she know Hidden was waiting. Hidden was there. Oh, how was she supposed to know Hidden would look at it?
stupid corona and Spanish flu disease, had character theft allegations and more, rather than her larger accusations, being inappropriate around minors, keeping a sex pest around, and releasing a minor's fetish ASMR in government name is certainly a choice and shows Amaretta's priorities. I don't think at this
Yeah, check out Hidden's video, give it a like. Also in the description.
point any allegation of character theft matter when you're accused of keeping a sexual harasser around, being inappropriate around kids, and threatening someone.
So listen, if I would be accused of these things, I would also firstly address the character theft.
With releasing fetish content they made as a minor, but this is the ACC after all. So let's start
Being fatphobic? We need to talk about the fatphobia.
with section 1, the lighter side, sun emoji included. In this, Amaretta addresses her fetishes and acknowledges and admits to them, while immediately attempting to victimize herself to the audience reading. She starts out by
She is the victim.
explaining to her audience that her kinks, pregnancy and vul, are a result of trauma and should therefore
What kind of trauma causes you to have a war fetish? Listen, I'm not judging the war fetish, I'm just asking what kind of trauma explains war? You get swallowed?
not be brought up unprompted. This is silly, as these fetishes are relevant to the
Why is it always trauma? Because fetish always starts in trauma, don't you know? Oh my god, I knew someone in this Discord server who said they had a war fetish to cope. Listen. Looking at all this war, I can't think about how sad I am. Swallow people like you swallow your feelings! No, what true. Yeah, Fishy, I saw. I show that later, okay? Chill.
accusations being made because they contextualize the artwork being posted around a server full of minors. They are a relevant topic, and Amaretta has openly acknowledged them as her kinks before. She then contextualizes the display of the fetish account being brought up as unconsensual, despite it being a public account, which is just as silly.
I did not consent to you bringing up my public account. How dare you? This is crime, actually.
And reads as a ploy to garner sympathy rather than an attempted explanation. Oh, and the ad was censored, but whatever. She then at least
Being anti-vax? Wait.
least somewhat touches upon Delta by addressing her sympathy baiting announcement or suicide letter that she made.
Oh yeah, we read that. Non-con doxing. My cat watching this video with me. Should I cover his ears? Yes, please do. This is not for innocent cat ears.
On the day of Delta being outed. She does not mention that Delta is the context for what's occurring, instead opting to gain sympathy again by bringing up that she was just venting, as she's never dealt with a situation like this before and was highly affected as a victim of sexual abuse. 3 women get sexually harassed by Delta. Amoretta most affected.
Real. He's like, oh no, 3 women got sexually harassed by my friend. I will kill myself. How am I supposed to deal with this? Does anyone think about me?
She then goes on a short tangent about how Delta's actions, finally mentioning him by name, aren't her fault, which,
well, nobody claimed that. The problem was you kept him around. Hello, Brian.
was never the claim. The criticism throughout this has been that she was aware of Delta's actions and chose to keep him around anyway, that she acknowledges Delta's actions as bad but kept him around anyway in her server that had minors in it. Her recontextualizing her criticism into something that would reasonably be dismissed by the reading audience is certainly a choice, and bad faith actors will call this willfully misleading. Despite this, Amaretta proceeds to focus on the violation of her privacy by the events being leaked over the fact that she essentially suicide baited the people in her server by making Delta harassing other women about her because the idea of cutting off a sexual harasser was just too much. Well,
how can you expect— oh god. I'm traumatized. I was shown explicit self-harm, traumatized, and all while the midnight tournament was just starting. What? I'm having nightmares about the entire drama. What?
I don't care.
Traumatized by drama. Germanception. The German is watching the German. Hey, Yen. Yen, you gay?
About the vague tweeting section, I do find it interesting that she chooses to bring up a trauma again by saying the drama traumatized her, and she was having nightmares and certainly wasn't enjoying tormenting her opposers in return. Instead of addressing her behaviors around minors, or Delta in more detail, Amaretta gives us a section about the Senate instead. We will go brief—
yeah, that is the important thing. We really need to talk about the Senate here.
Into her Senate call here where it's relevant, but know that Laya wasn't even talking in it, and that it was Lumi, Peaches, and Sunny leading it. It was an hour—
oh my god, are we about to hear Peaches? There need to be a trigger warning. Hidden, where's your trigger warning?
long. We'll talk about it more a little later. Amaretta immediately pulls out the Senate call traumatized me card. She
The Senate traumatized me. Oh, no. The YouTubers in question were part of an infamous drama group, formerly known as the Senate, now known as the Cat Slayer, currently disassociated from drama as a genre. One thing about the Senate though, they sucked. Actually, like, they sucked bad. Due to the trauma I had endured through all of this, I will be assisted in part by a collaborator and consultant. There'll be an entire section on the call later, lots of Peaches. Oh no. These people traumatized me deeply over the course of an hour. Over a course of an hour, damn. I was lambasted and nothing was actually solved in the end. Woohoo!
Narrates how traumatized she was and how she was lambasted and nothing was solved in the end. As an example, she cites being compared to Camila Cuevas, the Glitchtail creator who chose
a pedophilic YouTuber who groomed children, and even called Camila Cuevas too. Which totally isn't a kick in the face from Peaches, who made the situation worse and was genuinely unhelpful and even dangerous, threatened multiple times with life ruination by multiple of the people in that call. Terrible accusations thrown at me that I had to scramble to disprove, and all of it done in front of a massive audience. The Sleep Token has a song called War, even though— oh no, it has stomach noises in the beginning. I can't escape the war. War everywhere.
To keep associating with a known predator and sex pest and refused to remove them from her server in her private life. Huh, I wonder why that comparison was drawn. Now, to be fair, Delta was nowhere near the level of the predators in the Glitchtail server, but the bare minimum point of I keep associating with a sexual harasser / sex pest / predator in Camila's case because they're my friend remains correct. Here's the section of the Senate call where said comparison occurs.
trying to get the man some therapy.
What do you mean? Okay. So I was joking before about the Camille Cooper's Part 2 situation, so you know
Oh god, you just flashbanged me with 3 peaches. Fuck.
I feel about this bullshit, right? You have an open server with children in.
No, this server is not open.
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care.
You've got enough people in. I don't fucking care. Enough people were able to get in. Luby was able to get in, for fuck's sake. People can get in. Oh, people aren't supposed to. Also, you know what else isn't supposed to happen? Children around someone who's been given predator allegations, who you want to give therapy. Are you a licensed therapist? Rest up. Oh.
Hold on. Hold on. No. Ammo?
Why is she so quiet?
Ammo?
Give me a second. It's not predator allegations, it's sex pest allegations where they were inappropriate around
Listen, it's not predator allegations, it's just being a sex pest. Very different.
individuals without their consent.
But okay, we've done it. Okay, lovely. We've done a lateral movement. So we have somebody who's essentially just a fucking sexual harasser, sex pest, fucking. I'm gonna just continue to say fucking sexual predator. Like maybe they don't prey on minors specifically, but they do all of that, and you keep them around children, where porn is still shared around said children. Children are allowed to access it.
There is no worse than here. There was I was joking about this, but it appears to be accurate. If there was such a claim, it's not displayed here. Amaretta then describes how lots of asinine claims were made about her, but only gives us one example, her being labeled as a zoophile. Here's the relevant section of the cool on that.
But Furry Valley has been known, it goes back like 15 years with history.
Pumpkin, what are you doing? Are you destroying your chair? Yeah? I see you. I see your crimes.
Related to getting minors in places they shouldn't be. Sympathy, the owner, is a pedophile. He's a zoophile. The Furry Valley After Dark promotes just about anything you can think of, including zoophilia. And they just so happened to be in that server at one point back in 2019, it looks like. And Furry Valley doesn't have an age verification thing either. They allow minors in that After Dark server. Being why I mentioned it in the gallery.
So are you telling us that Ammo was in the Furry Valley server?
The After Dark. Oh, that's a lie.
Was that a doodle tones? Was that a doodle tones? I heard the doodle tones in the background.
Me?
Yeah, your user ID. Granted, you only ever sent one message. It was a :O, like little emoji, text emoji. But you were in there at one point.
So I was sending screenshots to Kiwi Farms.
Do you have evidence to back that up?
Kiwi Farms is gone now, but yeah.
It is not.
It's not.
Oh shit, let's go.
Nope. Kiwi Farms is very much up and running, and it never was actually gone.
They do acknowledge that the Furry Valley server is allegedly run by a zoophile and acknowledge
Well, I wouldn't trust a place that's called Furry Valley.
Amaretta's presence in the server, but also acknowledge that she's only ever sent one message in it. Here's the section regarding animal genitalia and Amaretta looking at it for world building.
On top of that, in
Also, I need some realistic world building here, so.
this document as well, for some reason, to do world building for your series, you look to animal genitals in great detail. That's a strange thing to start telling
Not
people.
in great detail. Okay, I can actually explain this one, because that was a part of my thread, right?
Okay.
I just mainly, right, in terms of things like biological scaling, we're just figuring out why things are the way they are, right? Because I did elaborate this on like why snails can't reproduce if their if their shells are leftwards,
Why do you need that for world building?
or like what even
Did you look up snail genitalia?
is a hectocalus and why does it fall off after octopodes have sex? Like why is that the way that is, or even just for a sense of why they are that way, like acorn barnacles, why are they like that? Me like looking at pictures of dog dicks and going,
Me when someone pulls their pants on, why your dick like that? Why does it look like a mushroom?
yes, right? Ammo. I don't need to be joking. Hold on. Ammo. Yeah.
So, it's no secret. I'm a fucking animal nerd. I grew up watching a fuck ton of just Animal Planet, Animal Geographic, all that shit. I'm aware of all that crap that you're after talking about. Aaron, do you have the screenshot of what they said on hand?
I had it, and now I've lost it because this doc was way too fucking long.
Which way you used to find it?
They're going to have snails banging. I need to know that the left hand twist can't bang a right hand twist. Exactly, apparently.
The one where Ammo supposedly, allegedly talks about studying animal genitalia for, I guess, like accuracy?
I have the
got it. Alright, Sunny, I want you to read it out, please.
Also, I just find the specification of, I had to look at animal genitalia really weird. Like, I didn't look at the sexual behavior of animals, you know, because I'm curious. But I had to look at the genitalia specifically. That's the part that kind of confuses me. I made a snack and have been hearing some weird shit being broadcast right into my poor virgin ears. What do you have to say for yourself? Sorry?
Jester wanted to put a little question for you guys. What's the furthest you've gone in the name of world building? And Emma put up, looking up animal genitals to get a sense of biological scaling, reading about wars and war crimes, and probably ending up on terror.
These snacks are hermaphrodites and have orgies. No one tell the hentai nerds.
Terrorist list, watching videos of cultists and religious fanatics, etc.
Okay.
Huh?
Ammo, I'm just gonna tell you right now, you wouldn't have to look specifically into the animal genitalia if you wanted to find out about animals. With ectopodes, watch any documentary about them, and they will explain it to you as to why. Like, you don't have to specifically study the genitalia, my guy, to get that kind of detail.
Especially on the scaling. Yeah, that's gonna fucking me up.
I mean,
listen, I really need the scale of this, you know. I need to know the scale. Who has the biggest?
It was mainly said as a joke. I mean, terrorist list for finding out. It's not an entirely serious statement.
Some sword fight with the ding dong to decide the bottom. You know what? That's actually the superior way to decide bottoms.
I know it sounds like, oh, it's just a joke, but what is the cracker of? He said, in good humor between friends, you know?
between friends on Twitter, yeah, you're friends with all your followers, man.
No, I'm not saying that. I mean, Jester
Listen, all my followers are my bestest of friends.
is my friend. Like, him and I, we go years back, so it was mainly just a small back and forth between two friends. When he even says, I'm trying to know you, this is people shrugging, you know? Like, it's clearly all said in good fun. I don't actually sit down and look at genitals of animals. I just mean...
Well, now I think you do.
I look up weird stuff about animals just to figure out crazier stuff, I guess. Like, 90% of my research is just casual geographic.
I still stand by what I said, man. Just watch some documentaries.
It's a weird thing. I mean, Casual Geographic is just a YouTube channel that sums up what documentaries say. That's about it, right?
Okay.
Then, of course, National Geographic, you know, I want to listen to a British guy talk.
I could not find any mention of Amoretta being a zoophile. If there was such a mention, there is no evidence of such provided here. She then ends on being shell-shocked and instead goes into testimony about how people were pressured to cut ties with her, which isn't relevant to this as it's testimony from her own friend group, biased, and it being
Wait until you find out that Amoretta draws nature-accurate quilt penises. Listen, I can't wait to find that out. I want to know what we need these accurate animal penises for. Again, we want to make new art of creatures. Let's come up with a fantasy ding dong. Pick a funny form and make it a penis.
entirely reasonable to warn people that someone in their circle is willing to keep a sexual harasser around. It is quite fascinating how there is no mention of Amoretta being pressed on her behavior around children, or even the fact that she kept Delta around and only removed him because Lumi got into her server and called her out for harboring him. Amoretta has a little bit of a habit of reducing her accusations or purposely leaving it
Just a little bit, just a tiny little bit.
a few out, but woman shrugging emoji, to each their own. Anywho, in usual ACC fashion, after talking about how sad and traumatized they were to garner sympathy, Amoretta chooses to counterattack Sona's credibility along with the credibility of the people in the call instead of acknowledging her own faults. She cites multiple
Well, that's always easier. Listen, I'm not bad, you're bad.
videos on the Senate and its wrongdoings, and then uses it to discredit a user named Samira for praising the call in Senate. And it ends what I can only describe as the most hilarious moment of foreshadowing I've ever witnessed. She states that she doesn't intend to be a problem to Senate or Catslayer, and that she doesn't want to become a problem to any of us. This is
Well, that was a lie, probably. Next he's gonna tell us he isn't homeless. I've read the comics. The movie is mad, but they cooked in on Naked Blue Man CGI. What? What are you talking about?
such an interesting statement given what she's going to do moving forward, but we'll get there when we'll get there. The next section focuses on the accusatory doc itself. Reminder that we're 4 out of 8 tabs in a document that's supposed to be about accusations of associations with a sexual deviant, accusations of improper conduct around children, accusations of holding the release of a minor's fetish ASMR over their head as a threat, and more. And so far, we've mentioned one thing, tangentially. There's a weird moment where Amoretta nitpicks every minute detail of this document, such as formatting and who who it addresses, the used language.
Ha! Checkmate. The document in which you accused me of harboring sex pest, being inappropriate about minor, was badly formatted. You lose.
And more. I don't know why it matters, but it matters to Amoretta. So none of this truly matters, because it's not actually disproving any claims. This is Amoretta giving her accusations the landlord special by slathering them in unimportant minute details in the hope that nobody notices what's underneath. The only relevant section is her acknowledging that she let Delta back into her server because he, quote, needed help, quote, end. And
he needed to be back in her server because he needed help. I feel like if you want to actually help someone... A, I don't want to help a dude who sexually harassed 3 women. And B, even if you are a saver, Miss Saver Ho, I don't know. Do it in DMs. Why would you invite him into your server?
At which point I would have referred him to a therapist, but I suppose that was just not an option for Amoretta, who let him back into a server with minors. The fifth tab
Oh, great. Minus. The server also had minus. Good.
Focuses on an intermission about how people around Amoretta are being used to discredit Amoretta herself. This is not relevant, as the distinction between Amoretta and the people around her has always been made clear in the documents.
Hello, Pumpkin. Please do not step on my keyboard, thank you. Jesus. Pumpkin.
However, there is a section about someone named Tingo that I find interesting for wording alone. Amoretta.
Tingo's appearances in the document are some of the strangest, as he is shown as both victim and perpetrator throughout the entire document. Here they are painting him as a victim of me being sexual around minors, stating his age 16, and while neglecting mine, 18. But here they are in the same document, claiming that he has no internal values and exists poorly to create chaos and drag drama as long as possible. One does not erase the other. He can be a little shit and also be uncomfortable by you. What?
He attempts to paint an image of inconsistency by saying Tingo was presented as a victim of Amoretta being sexual around him when he was 16 and she was 18, while also being called out for being what amounts to a two-faced little
Pumpkin fan art on the web, by the way. Oh, thank you, Maka. Pumpkin, why are you like this? He is sitting in the middle of my desk right now, right in front of me. He's like, yeah, I'm sitting here now, bitch. Thank you, Pumpkin. I need to get to my Steam. Can I get to my stream deck? Thank you, Pumpkin. Thank you, devoted to my goddess. All this talk about watching animal genitalia, I think, oh no, it's happening. I'm being traumatized. No, I don't want this. I don't want to like that kind of thing. Thank you very much. Being naked on Mars would be kind of nice. Yeah, Pumpkin says no. Pumpkin says no. No head pets for you guys.
Shit online. Amoretta, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. Both can be true. He can be a victim.
Hidden Pumpkin finds your avatar really interesting. He's sniffing the screen right now where the bag is. He's sniffing right here.
Of you posting and talking about sexual content around him, while he can also be a little shit online. Also saying your age was neglected when it was brought up consistently as you were 18.
Pumpkin's kingdom, you just live in it. Yeah, it feels like that.
And Tingo was 16, and you were along the older spectrum of people as young as 14 in the server, but still chose to talk sexually and bring up your character's sex life and your kinks around minors who told you to stop.
Yeah, especially if the minors are as young as 14 or what. That's so...
is insane. She also goes into Delta and talks about how he takes up a massive amount of a document about her. He takes up 11 pages in an 86
Oh, there's so much data here.
Page-long document, screenshots included. She also...
You made a pie chart. Oh my god, Hidden, I love you. I love the pie chart. Make more pie charts.
Here's in the document that Delta's victim made for about 7 out of 14 pages because Amoretta was the person that forced this victim to come out publicly past the evidence given to moderation staff of HMT due to Amoretta's consistent doubt of the story and the public defenses of Delta due to lack of evidence. Fascinating that Amoretta hesitated on including Delta within this document given the biggest reason she's being called out is her association with him. And also, didn't she complain in an earlier document that there were only 3 pages on the sexual harassment in the document about him? So
listen, either it's too little or too much. There's no in between. You mentioned too much? That's bad. Mentioned too little? That's bad.
Which one is it? Is it too much about Delta or not enough about Delta? Pick your lane. This includes a
No, I drive both. Dual driving. Let's go.
Genuinely uncomfortable section where Amoretta acknowledges that people will freeze up during sexual harassment and might not speak up, but then says the victim has no right to blame Delta for continuing to send up unsolicited and unconsensual sexual art.
Excuse me? If you, as an adult, not towards anyone but an example, make an admission towards not being able to inform someone of your discomfort, you cannot then blame the other party for continuing to make you uncomfortable. Okay. I'm someone who said something similar about the Deed situation. But with Deed, I feel like it was a lot different because Deed was already talking to Avi about her king. So it was already a sexual conversation. And then this picture came kind of as term of that conversation. But from what I got here, is that it just came kind of out of nowhere. You know? I feel like that's a bit different there. If it just comes kind of out of nowhere, boom. And it's, no, why would you do that? That's freak behavior.
Of the character. I do not know what to tell you here. That is an insane statement to make. And she openly
Listen, it's actually the victim's fault.
knows that Delta was staff for a tournament.
And again, 3 times, yes!
The victim was partaking in, therefore putting him in a position of power that would make it all the more likely for the victim to be scared.
Hey Dew, have you heard about the Danganronpa doc? Where a guy wanted to make a timeless classic like the Bible, but hasn't read since he was 14 and has never read the Bible, despite the name being Eden. What? Amber, what? Why are you all like this? One part of the people here are talking about, I don't know, sex on Mars or something, being naked on Mars. Ready to jingle the keys?
Of coming out against him. But sure, let's blame the victim because the sexual harasser is your friend. She then shifts the goalpost by saying implying Delta had sexually harassed someone on purpose isn't true because he wasn't aware that he was making someone uncomfortable.
Excuse me? Oh, listen, I just did a sexual artwork. How was I supposed to know it would make him uncomfortable? Yeah, he's not a close friend with me, so yeah, that makes it even worse. If you barely know them.
Entirely ignoring that, shocker, you shouldn't send porn to people unsolicited repeatedly. But
you have keys? Yeah, somewhere.
I suppose anything to keep sweeping for Delta. She then acknowledges the victim and Delta were not close, which makes the sending of the not safe for work come up worse.
That just makes it worse. Like, I didn't even really know each other. That's like, here, have a picture of your character being fucked.
Amoretta acknowledges the victim has the right to feel uncomfortable, and after blaming them for not speaking up and attempting to reduce Delta's offense, shows us the apology that Delta gave to one of his three.
Oh, I want to read the apology. Hey, Big. Sending it over Twitter since I can't on Discord. I'm sorry for anything weird I did. The mods were told one of us was creeping on a... Hey, TechXX, thanks for subscribing! Oh my god, wait. Boop. We are 9 subscribers away from 500! Let's go! The last round, the mods were told that one of us was creeping on a person that lost round 1. And it hit me then. It was probably me. with how I talk to you here. So I'm here to apologize. I didn't mean to be weird. I just thought you were kinda cool and I was hoping to be friends. Are you making friends by sending people porn? But I'm sorry, I started that off on the wrong way. I understand if you rather not hear from me again after this again. I'm sorry for anything I've done that I just didn't see. The most I can think of now to help is to stop those messages completely and or just leave you alone after I sent this. I hope you are able to have a good rest of your life if you choose to not talk to me again. Where? That's how you make friends nowadays? You send them porn? What do you mean? Y'all don't? Oh, Ranger. Oh, no. I'm not mad at you. I just need time. If you want me to be honest, I was uncomfortable, but I was scared to say something because you are a mod. I told Ross not to be mad, and it's all a big misunderstanding. Alright then. Still, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had any kind of negative impact on you. But even though I'm a mod, if there's a problem, you tell one of them. Rustle set me straight, like I would if he fucked up. We are mods, but still dumbass people too. But you take the time you need. Ranger's goon mixing. He's always goon mixing. He's an elf.
Victims. And we then get onto the section that explains why Delta was even brought up. Amoretta explaining that she shouldn't be chastised for choosing to keep Delta around, despite demonstrating she is fully aware of his actions, saying that Delta was striving to be better and seek help, and him
Listen, he might have been a sex pet, but he's trying to be better.
Coming to Amaretta instead of, I don't fucking know, better help for access to wellness centers. She, even herself, in this document, acknowledges Delta as a sex
She's a Captain Save-A-Ho
past and admits to acknowledging him as such, along with admitting that she was more annoyed that she was pulled in because of associations. Okay, so you admit to keeping someone you consider a sex pest around. That's a choice. She then says she didn't want to be
Girl made a lot of choices here.
A girl's girl for her accusers, which in turn apparently means that she couldn't have been a girl's girl for the victims either, despite the victims, from what I can see, never swinging at Amaretta before. Alright then, finally.
Yeah, it was just when Amaretta started not believing them, being like, no, I'm my friend.
6 out of 8 taps and 1 tap.
What's wrong with being a Captain Save-A-Ho, huh? You're doing amazing, Ranger. No, nothing. You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing, honey. Don't worry.
Before the closing thoughts, we get into the nitty-gritty of Amoretta's accusations. Amaretta begins addressing her conduct around minors.
I was 18 years old.
She starts out by clarifying that she was 18 in 2020 and says her age was being neglected despite it being a very prominent thing that was being mentioned. She again reduces her actions.
Guys, I was freshly 18.
And says that she was just a horny teenager, and she wasn't stopped by any of the moderators. The fascinating part here is how she deliberately places her actions around 2020, where she would have been freshly 18-year-old, completely ignoring that the evidence shown towards her begins in late 2020 and goes all the way.
Shush with the details hidden. Shush. How dare you point out she wasn't freshly 18.
Way up to October of 2021, where Amaretta would have been 19 already. She then removes her own agency by saying the environment in the server had many sexual jokes from other people too, and therefore she thought this kind of behavior was.
I am the only Captain Save-A-Ho we needed. How many hosts did you save hidden? Tell me.
Okay. It was not, from nobody in this situation, even though I will be more forgiving on any minors in the question. That does not remove Amaretta's responsibility as one of the older parties to not
Listen, I know I was one of the older people on the server, but how was I supposed to know? No one told me. Oh, and even too many hosts. Hidden needs a drink. Too many hosts. Yeah, again, being like, yeah, no one told me. But even in the ones where it was shown that she was told, yeah, please stop talking about your tits, he was like, ha, thief.
Taken this behavior, however. Another interesting note is that she deliberately leaves out more damning screenshots, including her posting a comic insinuating a blowjob, talking about her overseas genitals and sex life repeatedly, along with repeated sexual comments about her own body. Instead, Amoretta focuses on mild artwork being posted.
Below is a timeline of images of a plus-size character that was presented in HMT over the course of a few months. The character Shinju was always meant to be fat, Because I wasn't good at drawing fat people at the time, he looked a bit wonky to start, but steadily got much more well drawn as time went on. Why are you talking about this? At the time, these two were underage, so naturally, I'm going to deny having kinks or fetishes around people who are younger than me. Yeah, I'm just going to show them my fetish. I'm not going to explain it's a fetish to them. And are also not my friends. As I said before, a lot of these are very personal to me, and I wanted to keep it that way. I even tried to talk to Medina in DMs in the past about how it made me feel, only to be told multiple people thought it so clearly the author intended doesn't matter. Instead, the obvious answer is that I'm just inexperienced. Well, I don't understand the logic here.
Dismisses the idea of the artwork in question playing into their fetish, despite it depicting such, and focuses on the minors allegedly being focused on their kings. Here's some of what she actually was criticized for as a brief refresher on screen. Again, I reiterate, I do not think people are wrong for being concerned with Amoretta's art being posted once they discovered Amoretta's fetishes. We then have a brief section about Amoretta's D&D character and their pregnancy before
Not Viperian! Not Aquana!
addressing Kane's accusation of Amoretta
Draw fetish art of character without permission, you're a monster. Said by someone who drew my character in a pregnancy comic. Yeah. I genuinely never have peace over it, and it's frustrating. Sami claims in the document that she doesn't care what a person is into. And not only does she go out of her way to ensure that everyone knows about it, outright calls it vile and disgusting in the document. Yeah, well, it is. I don't even know what makes me more angry about this. The fact that my fetishes are being weaponized against me. The fact that Sammy keeps lying about doing so. Or the fact that it keeps happening and wants to maybe stop drawing people pregnant. On top of it, I already apologized in the past for it. I will state for the record that this apology came directly after the Senate call. I was forced under duress, and was still under duress at the time of making the announcement. I stand by it, since I was being inappropriate. But that is something worth... Do you stand by it, or were you under duress? Pick a lane. We're driving double lane again. We're drifting here. We're like... Meh.
Drawing Kane's character into a pregnancy comic without their consent. Amaretta does not elaborate on the details regarding this and just refers.
Oh, I love how Arma has a history of this, Lamau. Blacked my character and impregnated another one. So wild. Monstrous. Monstrous, what? What?
To it as a lie, instead focusing on how their fetishes are weaponized against her, and how she feels
more like she weaponized her own fetish.
Upset over such. Sure wish we got some evidence on this. The section ends with Amoretta's apology after the Senate call, which she immediately devalues by saying she was coerced into it, only to then try and save it by saying she stands by it. So
yeah. Again, which one is it? You can't have both.
Were you coerced into it, or were you not? We then get to Amoretta addressing the claims that she drew feral artwork of a rat. She first addresses her tweet.
Did she look at rat penises?
About looking at animal genitalia for world building before she goes into the admittance that artwork of a feral rat had been drawn, but this occurred when she was a minor. She does not provide evidence that anyone was aware of this when it was posted, or how old Emma was when it was posted. Amoretta then, for some reason, goes into detail about her furry character and the quilled genitals this character has.
That was an anthro, not a fowl or quad. What's his name? His quilled character. Yes, he has it. So it's pretty easy to confirm it's him from context clues. We can go further. Where are we talking about her furry character's cool fat genitalia?
I don't know why this occurs, but it is, so enjoy the knowledge that Amoretta.
Why is this happening?
Likes drawing cool penises. Anywho, she ends on the section on referring to the image being shared as revenge porn by the
I don't think anyone got mad about furry penises.
definition of her accusers. Now let's see where Amoretta got that definition. This comes from the accusation we touched and proved earlier, which was Amoretta at age 21 threatening and later releasing videos, channelings, and an archive of fetish content Kane made when they were 16 to 17.
Which is still wild.
ASMR. Due to this, Amoretta was accused of posting essentially revenge porn. This is where things get a little fuzzy because the statement depends entirely on how laws are understood. I am not a lawyer, but the short answer is maybe. There is a lot that comes together here, the material being fetish related and
I got mad about furry penis while saying that is a you problem.
therefore implicated as sexual material, therefore scraping the edge of it being CCM in some jurisdictions, along with the intent on why Amoretta posted this, specifically to embarrass her.
I think you can just say it's fucked up. I think... Oh, I know, brave take here. I think it's fucked up to post fetish ASMR a minor mate. I don't know what the law here is, but I think it's fucked up.
Harm the person who made it, so it could qualify as non-consensual distribution of intimate material, often called revenge porn, depending on the country. However, considering the creator was a minor, legally the focus would lay on that. Short end to say, let's just say it was really fucked up and there's a chance
one brain cell.
The terminology was incorrect. Here's how Amaretta responds. She denies it being revenge porn and instead pivots on how her artwork was shared. This ignores.
Listen, I might have shared the artwork. I might have shared the ASMR of a minor, but someone shared my porn.
That Amaretta was aware of Kane's age, while she has so far provided no proof that her accusers were aware of her age when she posted the artwork she did, therefore differentiating the action. This also ignores that Amaretta specifically threatened Kane and had clear intention of king-shaming and embarrassing him, while she proves none of these intentions from her detractors. And then she lies. Amaretta claims she didn't distribute anything, which is blatantly incorrect, as I've—
No, that happened, we saw that.
Just shown you. She directly includes a link to the archive video and channel in her response document, only then to include an edit where she admits herself as distributing it after all and immediately tries
Oops. I found out I made a dog response earlier and actually did call out that child made this and that it was a problem shown here. And I was still acting like a dumbass, but I did want it removed. Bruh.
To ignore that she did such, instead focusing on how she righteously called out the material was made by a child. Yeah, dumbass, that's why you shouldn't have spread links to it, but you did. That's the problem. In her section about the death threats that I'm choosing to ignore because they are in fact not bad, she does—
They are bad. Levies another allegation of threatening for myself and Tingo and state that she is a real victim of sexual harassment. Bold, while claiming that she was dragged into it. So she wasn't. I claimed that multiple times. I had seen no evidence, so she was not owed my immediate solidarity, especially given our prior encounters.
Go into the document Delta's victim made on her and cites a specific part of it. The part where they allege that it was Amoretta's behavior that forced them to come out with their story publicly. This section annoys me to no end because once again she ignores that she acknowledged Delta as a sex pest when he was first outed and even acknowledged his actions as inexcusable, but claims—
Listen, maybe she just don't remember.
Claims she'd have to do her homework before giving a victim solidarity. This entirely ignores, for once, that
it's been 2 years. It's
access to the announcement where it was acknowledged proof was shown to the staff and it was so bad that it caused Delta to be removed, but she then does the shit that she did last document again, using her victim status to garner sympathy because that's what the doc maker did. After this, we get a section about how hardcore Ammo is and how about
monstrous, no! Like my character. You really blacked your character. That's crazy. That's a took from you. She don't remember.
Anyone who's a perpetrator around her winds up behind bars. May I remind the audience that she's still around Delta, to this day, openly streaming with him. Food for thought.
That's crazy. That's fucking wild, because I think by now she had her time to do her homework.
After a tangent about how she's not owed evidence, but the victim is also not owed belief, she tries to correct a statement about her not saying that she was owed anything, but rather claiming that the evidence was falsified. This arguably makes her look worse because she provides no proof in her tweets when she says that, as seen here. Her claim is that the evidence that was previously handed over was removed, and that must mean that the allegations were false and that Delta was framed, ignoring entirely that again,
It's just really long homework. It takes several years.
a staff team saw the evidence and removed Delta over it. Arguably, deleting evidence is stupid and makes your case look worse, but we don't know why it occurred and the context that could matter. What if this person was harassed, panicked, freaked out? Immediately jumping to the most bad faith assumption so you can sweep for your friend is not the move here. We then go into
I gotta sweep. I got the broom out.
Amoretta victim blaming the person Delta harassed again by saying they never informed Delta they were uncomfortable. Again, ignoring the notion that porn of the character was sent unconsensually, and even previously acknowledging that the victim might have frozen up, and ignoring the secret third option that the victim was scared because Delta held a position of power as a moderation and staff in a tournament they were partaking in. Damn.
Yeah, especially in that context, that it was in a tournament. It's crazy. He's one of the mods and you're like, do I have to deal with this guy or will I be kicked out? Yeah.
Ammo. For someone who plays their victim card like the draw for card in Uno, you sure do not like to treat other victims with any form of kindness at all. The document ends with Amoretta's closing thoughts, and again, we are in the ACC.
This document seemed insurmountable. Not because I was afraid. The drama was spread across communities.
We do not victimize ourselves in the end while ignoring any and all faults and flaws. Would this truly be a Google Docie? The part that personally makes my blood pressure go to levels not
this could have been an email.
Even 27 cans of Monster Can is Amaretta just straight up dismissing
the
drama as not that serious. Amaretta.
Guys, it's not that serious. I know, 3 girls got harassed. I was inappropriate around minors. But guys, it's not that serious.
You kept a sexual harasser around, knowingly and willingly. You made excuses for this person and allowed them back into your server with minors. You behaved inappropriately around children and refused to stop. You threatened to release a minor's fetish ASMR and eventually made good on that threat. You openly lie and
Saint, are you getting jealous of Fishy? It's crazy.
Construe your actions. You drag people's children into drama they have nothing to do with. I don't know what to tell you, but this isn't small drama. These are things that people have been rightfully torn apart about publicly and lost their platform over. You're reacting to this as if it's a small crack in the windshield when the whole car just went through a guardrail.
But Amoretta sees. He's just a little guy. What normal people see. Full damage. No, I'm just shocked considering that she met him and she tried to eat him. Are you talking about war now, Saint? And I didn't know you're into war. That's crazy.
And it really shows how you truly view your actions. You're not sorry. You don't even think you did anything wrong. You're a perpetual and continuous victim of everyone around you, never a perpetrator. And with your track record, that's not just insane.
It's just a typical, I'm always the victim. I am the ultimate victim. I am actually killing myself. Thank you. You're welcome, Saint.
That's delusional.
You're in hell.
Okay, hey, so this is added in after the fact, because after going through everything, I found yet another document that was technically made before the master doc. This means Amaretta made 3 responses in total.
Listen, if one isn't enough, I make another. One more Google Docie, and I will be saved.
Well, this one made in January of 2024 with a whopping 19 pages. Arguably, this just retreads the same old shit we've just passed through. It's a mess of Amaretta trying to focus on armchair diagnosis techniques used to make Amaretta seem worse, namely adultification. Along with the
not the adultification.
18-year-old narrative that, again, ignores a lot of what Amaretta did happened way past them being 18.
Guys, I'm freshly 33. I can't be held responsible.
like them threatening to and releasing Kane's fetish ASMR when they were 21, and keeping Delta around until today when they're 23. Ironically, you can tell that she just copy-pasted a lot of her other sections to the master doc, hence me speedrunning this one. She goes on to excuse her conversations around kids as a joke, but it's funny how these screenshots didn't make it into the master.
Ah, isn't that convenient? It's like, ah, no, that looked weird. That looked weird. I ain't putting that in the master doc.
Doc. And the last relevant section is her mentioning Delta, which again is just her refusing to actually address the situation because it's not hers to deal with, except
it's not my story to tell. Empathy still lost in transit. Listen, I'm just freshly 33. Maybe it will still arrive, who knows?
it is because she kept him around and kept in contact with him. Again, most of this is already in the master doc, but I have to mention this for completeness sakes. Good, great, awesome, now let's move on from the docs. Now let's go back in time for just a moment, because I do want to give this call its time to shine in full detail.
No, Doc, you get Plants vs. Zombies. Let's fucking go.
On the 10th of December of 2023, Amoretta was pulled into a Cole and Lio Conway Senate. She was 21 years old at this time. We've already gone through Amoretta.
What's really convenient is that Amor caps around friends who are also into some weird fetishes too. Oh! Neat. There's an empathy scarcity right now. Yeah, I it. I'm afraid to ask what kind of weird fetishes.
This recounting of what happened, but let's examine reality together. This call spans a total of 1 hour and 13 minutes. It starts off very calmly, with Amoretta immediately sussing out that the call was about the document that Faye and Kane released. At this moment, this is Lumi and Peaches confronting Amo, with Sunny later being asked.
Peaches trigger warning.
To join. The immediate accusations being brought up is that Amoretta was being sexual around minors, with Amoretta letting out a relieved sigh and being asked to elaborate.
What?
When she does elaborate, she immediately focuses on the least damning example, being asked about bra sizes.
Before anything else. And it seems that you've been posting sexual stuff around minors.
Oh, that.
Why is her avatar smiling while she's saying that? I love that her avatar's like, you've been talking about minors.
Oh. Yeah, thanks, man.
But she's like, oh, that's all you need to know. Oh, oof. Just the minor stuff. Oof.
Oh, that.
Oh, that? Oof. I thought you saw the other stuff.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, so if you
Why
could
does she sound so relieved?
explain that then, that'd be awesome. Because I'd rather hear from you first.
I'll start with the HMT server. Right? Absolutely. Some of that stuff is stripped of context. So some of the conversation was relating to a moderator in the server. Oh, a moderator in the server asking, hey, how much do bras cost, or something along that lines. And I simply responded, like, to further the conversation and ask a reply about it, because
Fetishes like breeding AFAB trans masked individuals for one. Oh. 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 Neat. Great. Right? Yeah, I don't get it. Why does she sound so relieved? She's like, oh, that's accusation. Whew.
sometimes bras can put me back at least 250. Right? And jokes were thrown around during that conversation.
That is like pinkushins. What is pinkushins? Oh, pincushion! Oh. 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 Ah. I did Google pincushion. I see. I think I get the picture. I get the picture. I see the vision. I see the vision. I see the vision.
Because it was a server with mostly adults and some minors. Right? And I should have behaved myself much better in that situation than what I did. But I had them blocked, and I couldn't really see what they were saying.
I see how this is a fetish. That's what I mean. I see. I see.
I'm not just gonna click on every blocked message over and over again. I did have them blocked.
I blocked every minor.
Who in particular did you have blocked?
Kane Williams.
All
and
the minors. I blocked every single minor.
Sammy, both of them blocked.
And you never saw anything from anybody telling you to pack it in?
Nope. As I said, one of the moderators were in the conversation.
It doesn't matter if the moderators are in the conversation.
She was then asked if she was aware the children were in the server. Amoretta says no and claims that everyone was at least 18. Only
I feel like that's a lie.
to correct it and say that she was aware of Kane's age being 1 year younger than herself.
Did you know that there were children in the server?
No.
No?
Not everybody was at least 18. Wait.
Isn't being a sentient fucking pincushion just acupuncture? I think they want the pincushioning in very specific places.
No. I knew Kane was 1 year younger than me. 1 year.
It then gets revealed that Amoretta's server is 13+ and has a not safe for work section that's locked behind a simple roll assign click with no further verification being necessary. Amoretta
Oops.
claims that this has since been changed.
Why do you even have minors in your server? It is not all over their body. It is just in very specific places, right?
Only for Lumi to point out that it has, in fact, not been changed and that he has access without verification.
Why would you lie about that? At this point, why even still lie about that when it's so easily checkable?
Alright, because your own server has also been looked at, where there are people who can come in from 13 and up, just like the server that you're in before, and there's no point saying you didn't know, because you have to be verified.
Sounds ouchy. I mean, there are people who are into getting stung by wasps in certain places, so... It's just that, just without the insect.
Yes?
So, that's a bit longer story. Back in the day, when I was 16 to 18, because that was when the Lunar Haven was originally made, it was a simple roll click to get to the NSFW server. Like, NSFW part of it. It wasn't always an ID thing. And this was written in my own doc. This was a mistake on my part, right? Because we were all much younger then. So it probably shouldn't even been an NSFW part in the first place. But we were all younger, and it was a simple click to get the role, and it was more trust-based than it was verification-based. And after that was pointed out to me, that was changed. That was changed immediately.
Immediately? Of course.
And I really shouldn't have just been using a trust-based system at first.
What, in your server now?
Yes. So those screenshots are from about, what? I don't think when it was like 2018, 2020? I guess 3 years ago.
So you're telling me, because, as somebody who's not been in your server, I just want to verify, what you're saying is that in your own server where you post not safe for work stuff, it's properly verified and it's not just a single click to get in to these NSFW chats.
Now it is, because
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you that I have not been in your server, but has.
Oh, someone else has. Like, why even fucking lie about that when it's just so easily checked? I bet she was like, okay, after the call I'm really gonna do something. Whew.
Oh yeah. About that, Ammo. I'm still in there, right? You're probably gonna ban me after this. But that's why I used my alt. I'm not stupid. You do realize that I have full access without ID verification.
Oh, right. Okay, I know why you do. It's because I have Force Gatekeeper on, and you're supposed to have a role that says Fawn, but the Fawn role hasn't been working, so I've been purposefully
Why is a role called Fawn?
to every new member. I promise that's more of a technical error than it is anything else.
We have technical difficulties, minors. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, minors.
Working to get fixed. I really have. Hold on. No. Hold on. You are completely misunderstanding it. The issue isn't the Fawn role. The Fawn role does not give you access to NSFW chats that I'm referring to. It's not that. It's a single click of any of the roles that say I'm 18 and I'm in. There is no ID verification required whatsoever. And one of those channels is a voice chat, Ammo. That's not how that should work. What? I just went off my alt right now. Here you go.
It's not how it works. How does this happen? Black magic.
I will post it.
I was hacked.
That's very not much how that should work. Me and my admins, we went through every role trying to get that fixed.
It then gets revealed that within Ammo's server, there's conversations that aren't safe for work outside of the designated 18+ areas for it.
And not only that, but...
Oops.
I'm very sorry.
And not only that, but Lumi, you said that there was also not safe for work stuff being spoken about outside of the not safe for work chats, right?
That's why you don't have minors in your fucking Discord server.
Correct. There was discussion of kinks around public chats, specifically the chat room, and all you have to do is look up the word kink.
Yep, and finally, because we can sit here and say that everything was an accident, whatever, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it is a fucking accident, because you were setting up a server where people could post porn.
We then get a lengthy section about Sir Delta. In this section, Amo confirms the allegations against Delta, acknowledges this person is still on her server, and acknowledges that she is trying to, quote, get him some therapy. This then leads into the—
Listen, I try to get my friend some therapy. That's why he's in my server. The server is actually the therapy.
comparison to Camila Cuevas, as we've touched upon earlier.
On the date,
I have been touched.
the allegations in the public.
Okay. What's that person's name?
Sir Delta.
Okay.
I
And,
love how she said it. Sure, Delta.
and in your doc, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is 100% just based off what's in your doc, your response doc, you say that what he's done is awful, wrong, whatever, yeah?
Mhm.
Guess who's still in your server?
He is.
And who's still active in your server? Did you whoop-de-doo forget to remove him?
I'm trying to get the man some therapy.
What do you mean? Okay.
He needs a Discord therapy, okay? The therapeutic server, like with Dane's burst. No! Like Flower, evil. I did not consent to being touched. Don't worry, Quantum. You're safe on my head.
Okay. So I was joking before about the Camille Kubas Part 2 situation, so you know how I feel about this bullshit, right? You have an open server with children.
No, this server is not open.
I don't care. We've got enough people in. I don't fucking care.
I don't care.
Enough people were able to get in. Lumi was able to get in, for fuck's sake. People can get in.
It's really funny to hear that now from Peaches.
Oh, people aren't supposed to. Also, you know what else isn't supposed to happen? Children around someone who's been given predator allegations, who you want to give therapy. Are you a licensed therapist?
Hold on. He's not predator. Because
No. It was not a predator. No. He just sexually harassed 3 women. Get your facts straight.
Yes? Give me a second. It's not predator allegations, it's sex pest allegations where they were inappropriate around individuals without their consent.
Okay, we've done it. Okay, lovely. We've done a lateral movement. So we have somebody who's essentially just a fucking sexual harasser, sex pest, fucking. I'm gonna just continue to say fucking.
Where Peaches W? No, because Peaches did pretty much a lot of that stuff herself, so himself. I don't know by what Peaches goes now.
Sexual predator. Like, maybe they don't prey on minors specifically, but they do all of that, and you keep them around children, where porn is still shared around said children. Children are allowed to access it, and just by absolute coinkydink, this guy's also around these people.
After a section about why Amoretta closed her server, which isn't relevant to this, Amoretta is pressed again on why she kept a sexual harasser in her server around children. Amoretta then points out that despite her server being 13+, there is apparently no children in her server.
So what I'm saying is that we go, Lumi goes.
I hate that Peaches and Lumi make sense in this. It do be terrible sometimes. But a broken claw can also be. Amo still has a private server. Isn't that interesting? Isn't it interesting?
Goes in 5 minutes and sees NSFW stuff just openly around. Stuff that is NSFW that's outside of these NSFW chats, so the excuse of, oh, well, the role should work a certain way still doesn't work. And 3, you've got someone who you publicly say
A server that has data in it! Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild? Listen, when everything goes to shit, at least my sexual harassment friend still has my back.
is a terrible sex pest, yet privately, or supposedly privately, you still keep them around 60 people, including children.
no children.
There are no children. How much can I bet that there are probably children? Because there are always children. Of these people, there are always children.
Okay. So are you telling us every single individual within your server is 18+?
Should be.
Should be.
Although, who's in here? He's most likely.
Then why do you have a fawn wall? Why do you have a fawn wall when there are no minors? Wait, why do you have a... You said you made security that minors can't look at the not safe for work thing, but now you claim there aren't even any minors? Suspicious.
To know if there's anybody.
Tango is in here, however, he is not being currently spoken to, so he is not going to unmute.
Check. Last I checked it.
And it's explain Russell, exactly! Fawn as in baby deer, yeah, I still find it really weird to be like, yeah, you're a child, you're a little fawn, you're my little fawn.
He's an adult.
So I'm going to point out something, okay? I'm going to ask you directly, and I want a yes or no. Are you telling us that there are no minors, so no individuals under the age of 18 within your server?
No, I'm not going to make a confirmation statement.
No, now that I think about no, I'm not going to make a clear statement here.
No, I'm not going to tell you that.
I can't understand. Please speak up.
No.
So there are no minors.
Right. I don't know, so I'm not going to say there are no minors.
This is immediately outed as a lie because Tingo is within the server, but Sunny comes in and confirms that there was another 16-year-old in the server that he had to tell to leave. Amo yields and confirms that there had been minors in
So, will you give me consent to harassing? You know you always have my consent, Quantum.
the past in the server.
Yeah, I can speak. Amo, you know that's a fucking lie because you know that Lantern was in the server. I had to tell him to leave the server after I read over the document, and he was 16.
Hey X, how's it going? Pain. Everything is pain. This is stupid. This person is so stupid.
You know that. So don't come here and be like, oh, there was no minors in it. I know everyone in there. Oh, Tingo's in the chat being like, oh, I know everyone personally, and there's no minors in it. There was he still would have been in that server.
No minors. No one works on the mine here.
If I hadn't told him to leave.
Oops.
So there is definitely at least one minor in that server, or who left the server recently because I told him to. I can pull up the dates. I can pull up the DM of me telling him to get out the server. It was in November.
Oops.
It was the day that the document was released, so I believe it was the 8th of November.
Oh, I thought you meant now. Then, yes, there were minors in the past.
In the past, there were minors. They're adults. No, it's fine.
That were in the server.
Last month.
We kept sexual conversation around them, like, to a no.
Well,
At a minimum, to a no. Because
In a minimum, to a no.
Lantern was never in the call when those conversations came up, and they were usually just in passing.
Oh my god, do forget it.
I wish...
Quantum just sent me the sexual harassment. Thunder. I love you, Quantum.
I had a chance to explain.
You have plenty of opportunity to explain it, but what you're not talking about is the fact that there are public chats that Lumi found of people talking about kink content in a public server out in the open where someone like Lantern would have been able to see it.
Oh.
Yeah, and also I will say on top of what Sunny's saying, Tingo is also calling you out right here. They didn't mean to, but the context chat is now asking them what they meant by currently no minors. They said that there were multiple minors in this server and they either left or turned 18 to what they...
Listen, now there are no minors anymore because they all left or turned 18 last month.
They knew of.
There's then a longer section about the available rules that confirm this, and Amaretta has a 16 and below.
Well, considering that you've got an actual button to say I'm 16 and below, it seems to me that your friends are actually known to be under the age of 18. No! I don't get how adults online cannot effectively apply any filter to themselves when interacting with minors online. Yeah, and also again, when you have a Discord server and you're someone, a party mouth or someone who will just apparently has to talk about their tits all the time and their character's sexual behavior, just make an 18 plus server. Why the fuck do you want or need minors around? It ain't that hard.
Low role in her server. I'm sparing you some of the yappery, but the call is linked in the description in full.
Like every server I'm in, like there isn't even porn in these servers, and there's still only 18 plus.
Section about how Amaretta has been called out about this before via the 80-page doc follows, ending in Amaretta being directly called out for one of the instances of making an inappropriate joke around the server with minors as young as 14 in it. Amaretta focuses on the fact that the server wasn't full of minors and how they
Listen, it wasn't full of minors, there were just like 10 minors or something, jeez.
Thought this was normal because everyone had that kind of humor, and only then acknowledges it was bad, but they had already said sorry for it.
Listen, I said sorry. It's fine. It's fine, guys. I already said it. I'm sorry.
Screenshot where you say that say you're uncomfortable, where you put a screenshot, what, how, and then they put Ammo on my bureau with you. 90% of what you post has that vibe. There's a vibe, and it is there. And you put smiley face. Also, my art is always immensely horny. That's the screenshot you mean? Of you telling them that you're uncomfortable?
That was more of a joke. Yes, the last part.
Haha, I was just joking. Haha. I just like to make my sexual jokes around minor. Haha.
In a server full of minors, that's an appropriate joke to say in a server full of minors.
It wasn't a server full of minors.
They had minors in it.
Listen, it's only inappropriate if there's 20 minors around. There's a limit.
No, there's no limit. I just mean, like...
Azilu loser, I cannot wait to get brought up later. We're getting brought up in this. You got a special role.
it was meant to be just more of an off joke, right? Everybody had a slightly more 18 plus humor there. I thought it was appropriate. It was not, and that's on me. That is on me, right? I'm not as like, well, clearly I was not wrong here. No, right? It was my fault. And in a later response that I wrote, yeah, I should not have made those response jokes. Huh? No. No, it was I just made a later response to the doc, like just saying, yeah, I made inappropriate jokes and I very much shouldn't have.
Oh, your 6-page document?
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was like Amo biggest up crazy.
Just okay. For me to say like that I shouldn't have made those jokes. So I apologize for them. You know?
After repetitive section on how Amoretta was told off for this behavior before and how she is
Yes, Amo hates my ass. At this point, that makes me like you very much.
running her server irresponsibly as she isn't entirely aware of everyone's age, as proven earlier, we get into the section regarding Furry Valley. Here it is pointed out to Amoretta that the leader of Furry Valley is allegedly a zoophile and that she was found within the server even with just one single message. Amoretta notes that she was merely in there to collect things for kiwi farms.
Of it.
What do you mean she collected things for kiwi farms? What?
From what I'm hearing, there's a history of allowing minors in places they shouldn't be, and I poked my database, and they were, at one point, they are no longer in there right now, in the After Dark version anyway. But Furry Valley has been known, it goes back like 15 years, with history related to getting minors in places they shouldn't be. Sympathy, the owner, is a pedophile, he's a zoophile. The Furry Valley After Dark promotes just about anything you can think of, including zoophilia. And they just so happened to be in that server at one point back in 2019, it looks like. And Furry Valley doesn't have an age verification thing either. They allow minors in that After Dark server.
Always minors.
Being why I mentioned it in the gallery.
Furry Valley is like the evil hidden volley bench. Yes, exactly like that.
So are you telling us that Ammo was in the Furry Valley server?
Yep. The After Dark. Oh, that's a lie.
Me?
Yeah, your user ID. Granted, you only ever sent one message. It was a :O, like little emoji, text emoji. But you were in there at one point.
I was sending screenshots to Kiwi Farms.
Do you have evidence to back that up?
Kiwi
We
Farms
have
is gone
evidence?
now, but
We have evidence for that?
It is not. It's not. Oh shit, let go. No, Kiwi Farms is very much up and running, and it never was actually gone. It just moved over to the so scary deep web. All you have to do is use a Tor browser to access it. But currently, it is back on the surface web.
Oh,
So
it
you
wasn't these times. That time.
can freely access it. Yeah, you should be able to find Cubicupo somewhere in the Furry Valley threads shitting on them.
Nowhere in this section, unlike what Amoretta claims in the document, was she accused of being a zoophile. The conversation then shifts to a tweet of hers and how far she'd go for world building, and her saying she'd look up animal genitalia for it. Amoretta gives context, as this was apparently about eccentric
Not the animal genitalia again. Oh.
facts regarding sexual habits of animals.
On top of that, in this document as well, for some reason, to do world building for your series, you looked at animal genitals in great detail.
Fun fact, we're all going to be dead one day, and this won't matter. It matters very much to me right now, okay? Fun fact, Amo is active under that alias on Kiwi Farms again, shitting on my orc. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy?
Well, that's a strange thing to start telling
Not
people.
in great detail. Okay, I can actually explain this one, because that was a part of my thread, right? I just mainly, right, in terms of things like biological scaling or just figuring out why things are the way they are, right? Because I did elaborate this one, like why
I need to know why are the things the way they are.
snails can't reproduce if their if their shells are leftwards, or like what even is a hectocalus and why does it fall off after octopus?
That's really important for world building, indeed.
Like why is that the way that is, or even just for a sense of why they are that way, like acorn barnacles, why are they like that? Me like looking at pictures of dog dicks and going, yes, right?
Yes, indeed.
I don't mean to be being very.
This is immediately questioned, with it being brought up that Amoretta has no reason to look at specifically genitalia to have these questions answered, and Emma's immediate response is to say, well, it was just a prank, bro, and then proclaimed that she didn't actually
like
look at
it.
animal genitalia.
Like, you don't have to specifically study the genitalia, my guy, to get that kind of detail.
Especially
No, I need to know!
Yeah, that's gonna fucking me up.
I mean, it was mainly said as a joke. I mean, terrorist list for crying out loud. It's not an entirely serious statement. I know it sounds like, oh, it's just a joke, but it was just a prank, girl. He said in good humor between friends, you know? Between friends on Twitter. Yeah, you're friends with all your followers, man.
No, I'm not saying that. I mean, Jester. Jester is my friend.
All my followers are my bestest of friends.
Him and I, we go years back. So it was mainly just a small back and forth between two friends. Like, he even says, if I didn't know you, this would be more shocking, you know? Like, it's clearly all said in good fun. I don't actually sit down and look at genitals of animals. I just mean, I look up weird stuff about animals just to figure out crazier stuff, I guess. Like, 90% of my research...
Guys, I just like to look up weird stuff. I just like to look up really weird stuff, you know?
Is just casual geographic.
The conversation then pivots back to Delta, with Amaretta claiming she wasn't aware of Delta's actions until later because she was removed from the HMT server, ignoring that she was shown and reacted to the announcement.
But the main situation is obviously lying about kids being in your server and also knowingly having, like, a sexual harasser.
That's why to do will sweep for all of us and hide our misdeeds. Indeed, indeed. I will.
Delta in your server and then blocking your server off so people can't stalk, which, by the way, the people who were going at you, obviously, they could be twats, who fucking knows? But it all does come around with Delta being a shady person.
Oh. Metal Man, thank you! Thank you for the tip. Head pets. I enjoy German woman causing me pain. Is this a fetish? It is now. It is now. We are known to cause pain. Ha! Found it! Hi! Hi, Amethyst Pixie. Welcome to Pain.
And all of a sudden you're blocking it off while keeping him there.
Oh, so that can be explained. Those things are not in tandem.
My misdeed is not subscribing until Hidden reminded me. I will sweep for you, it's fine.
Those things were not in tandem happenings.
I came back to Zophelia and Peaches, you. Welcome back, Chris.
The server being blocked off had been something that had been going on since early 2021, right? I did not know about what happened between Delta until later, because I was removed from the server before that came out. So my server was locked down before that.
Okay. Guys, it's fine, it was locked down.
So you're literally saying—
I'm part German. I think it's a genetic thing. Oh no. Hey girl! Welcome to Pain.
Though that
watching this while installing Linux. That's cursed.
You've even got Tingo in here just outright saying that he's done nothing to harm anyone ever. But in your own response document, you're saying that Delta is a sexual harasser, and you're fully on the side of other people, saying what he did was awful and claiming it's sexual abuse. You basically were saying 3 of them were about a sexual abuser, using the sexual abuse of others. What Delta did was awful, no two bones about it, but my involvement was non-existent in that situation. All throughout what you were even saying in this document, you're claiming it as a sexual—
I did nothing and I'm actually the victim. I don't care about the sweet woman that got sexually harassed, okay? I am the victim. I am the ultimate victim here. Oh, this is my partner. Oh, we love Black Flower here, right here.
Abuse, sexual harassment, and yet you're keeping Delta around not just other people, which is awful in and of itself. You shouldn't have them around adults either, but the fact that you also have them around children is just the extra cherry on top.
And also, you said you didn't know back in, because you've closed the server. It's your words that you closed the server around—
Guys, it's fine. Guys, it's fine. He only harasses adult women. See, it's not that bad to have him around, so trust me.
2021, and you didn't know about Delta, right? At the time.
Amoretta doubles down on not knowing what had happened with Delta back in 2021, only that he was fired over something bad. Reminder, sharing not safe for work with people in the server without consent, and how she was only made aware when the doc came out. She downplays Delta's actions as being too overbearing, and how she thought Delta needed help because he had just tried to take his life.
And then I kind of made a vent post about it, right? Not because I didn't know what had happened with Delta, right?
Bro, that's so stupid. And you're always giving like, I don't know, I don't know why I was in there. Yes, join the Wordle Court. Don't forget to join the Wordle Court. And God, guys, we are now 6 subscribers away from 500. Thank you so much, Hidden, for sharing.
Just that he was fired for something bad. Right, because
he was fired for something bad, you know. I didn't know.
Deputy Russ post said nothing about what had happened. Delta wouldn't tell me what happened. I went around asking people what happened, I asked his girlfriend what happened, and nobody told me by that point. So I'm just thinking, oh, they've gotten him.
No one told me what happened, guys. How was I supposed to know?
Right, because I didn't actually know what happened. I knew that something happened. But by that point, nobody had told me much of anything outside of bad thing happened. And in that case, I didn't actually know any of the specifics or the genuine circumstances, and it wasn't until the docs had come out that I was at all made aware of what specific.
If my friend got fired on this huge tournament thing and got a huge wall of text about what he did, and he wouldn't tell me what he did, I would be very suspicious of my friend.
Specifically happened. Now, on the Delta situation itself, right, I saw the screenshots, and in them, he's being way too overbearing. He's definitely pushing NSFW where it should have been. But
yeah, but
I know it's probably going to be like a.
What do you mean, but?
Right. I told him through and through, like, you need help for this, right? Because I don't just want to see people, just.
You need help. You need help to stop drawing other characters sexually. Like, fuck, you need help. You need serious help, my dude. You can't just do this.
He tried to take his own life. So.
Oh my god, I don't fucking. Guys, he might have harassed 3 women, but did you know he tried to take his own life? Every time. Every fucking time.
Oh, please, right? Call etiquette and all, right?
Amoretta then loudly proclaims that she filed a police report on Delta behind his back, which causes her to be pressed as to why she thinks his actions are bad enough for a police report, yet somehow she decided he was still worth keeping around.
I'm all panicky. I made, right, just the thought, hey, just help him get some therapy, because
I also think it's a lie because she still hangs around with him, so.
God knows he needs it, right? Not for the suicide, before what he did, right? I filed a police report behind his back, behind Callie. At least tried to go to a precinct about it. Okay, to say I filed, I went.
Do you have the? Do
I went.
If it's filed, it'll have a case number.
I can't even say. That's why I said I can't even say I filed. I went. I have no idea what I was doing. Like, hey guys, this dude was being awful, and he's awful. So I was harassing a woman on Discord, and we found out that one of the other victims just lied.
What?
Victims, right? Peaches. Because we have, like, she deleted all her evidence after.
That doesn't mean she lied.
Okay. I don't know. I want to make it so clear here. You thought that it was bad enough that you went to a precinct to look into it and to file something behind his back. As you said, those are your words I'm using, not using anything else. I'm using your words to say this. That.
Exactly, Lou. We need to cater to the mental health of a sexual harasser, apparently.
You went and to file a precinct because it was that bad, it was that serious. If you didn't think it was serious, you wouldn't have done that. And you still thought
that face Pixie, thanks for subscribing.
It was appropriate to keep him in spaces where he could go after other people, and you instead of removing him from everyone if it was that bad. And I hate to come back to this again, but minors were in that server. My little brother was in that server with a sexual abuser, and nobody knew. You didn't tell anyone. You didn't tell anyone in the fucking server. And so who knows? He could have gone after. No, I'm not done. I'm not done. He could have gone after someone else in the server. He could have gone.
Can you imagine that message? Like, she could have made a pool. Hey guys, he's my good friend. He's accused of sexually harassing 3 women. Do we let him in and then make a poll? Yes or no?
Gone after some of the minors in the server. He could have gone after Lantern. And you didn't think it would be because, oh, he needs therapy. You do not. I don't think.
Oh, thank you so much. So much, Pixie.
That if someone is going to therapy, and I don't believe in the isolationist recruit, but bare minimum, you don't keep him in a place where people don't know who he is and what he's done. Because I didn't know. I was in the server. I didn't fucking know. Obviously, Lantern didn't know. There are a lot of people in there that didn't know. Hal didn't know. There are plenty of people who did not know about the situation. And you are putting them in a server with someone like that, who without the necessary context to make their own decisions on how to interact with him, is dangerous.
I remember I didn't know anything about it, right? I didn't know.
What? But the jury is a Discord pool, exactly.
It's not funny. Oh, that I know about it now. And he's still there. You've known about it for 2 years. Years you've known about it. No.
Guys, I had to really look into it, okay? I didn't have time.
About that. I didn't know the circumstances. I told you that. Right? I need one thing happened.
It is then, in rather harsh fashion, confirmed that Amaretta is fully aware of Delta's actions and chose to keep him around anyway. It is explained to her that there is no reason to keep him around.
I'm sorry. No. I really... Shush, okay? Are you aware of what he's done now?
Yes. Like, I'm
Hey, Hidden, I
And is
see
he
you
still on
there.
your server?
This is Hiddenception right now. There's a Hidden in the Hidden video.
He is still in your server. I will answer that for you. And then the chats that I have access to. He was last active yesterday. You might not have been aware of what he's done in the past, but he's still around, and he's still active. And you, Amo, are allowing him to remain active and within that server.
It was before I modded Zenit. Crazy.
Do you understand that? I understand you wanted to help him. Jesus Christ, I've gone roped into some insane shit trying to help people. And I
Do
understand that.
not be a captain, save a hoe. Never save a hoe. Let the hoe burn.
But there's absolutely no fucking need to keep him around people in your server when you know he's got a history of doing this shit. Absolutely none.
After a section about the announcement regarding Delta being fired, it is confirmed that Amoretta knew about Delta's actions from October 2021 onward and kept Delta around until the 10th of
Back when I was small and irrelevant. Back when you were small and innocent, Hidden. You were always relevant in my heart.
December 2023, today, in the Call, where she finally, according to herself, removed him from her server.
Actually, I've just found the date, particularly. It seems that it was, trying to adjust my...
Okay, so I won't say if you do, don't. If I'm in a situation, do not sweep. Be like, yeah, I always knew she was shit.
Myself, the Americans. It looks like October of 2021 is when Ammo knew about what Delta had done. Yep. So, 2 years. Why is it taking you 2 years?
Yeah, I couldn't look into it. I had to do my homework, okay? I needed over 2 years to do my homework. Well, it's really hard.
To remove this person.
Then remove him still there.
Yep. It doesn't matter. You got rid of him because Lumi, as lovely as he is, went into your server and fucking made sure that he was gone by bringing that up right to you. So we're not going to even say that you did a good thing and got rid of him. Lumi got rid of him. Thank you, Lumi.
Oh no.
Sorry, do for Elden ringing out in chat. Fine, it's fine. I know you all are nerds. Yen is extorting me. Nothing new, nothing new. Did you have to pay for the misgender draw? That is that middleman, because I always have to pay everything that gets into put into the misgender jar goes to Yen.
I just realized he was kicked like right this second.
Exactly, that's what I mean. He's been kicked right this second. So thank you, Lumi, for getting rid of him. Ammo, why did you fail to get rid of a sexual harasser for 2 years?
Because he's my friend.
Yes, he did, Tingo. Sorry, Tingo said the gallery context being like, I was on the server, told the announcement, he didn't mention anything he did. I just read the announcement word for word. It said that he was sending not safe for work to people. Then he
Oops. Guys, I didn't know what he did. They were so vague.
nitty-gritty detail of all the things he did. But, gee, Willica, if you read that someone's been removed for sending not safe for work and being unscrupulous and being a fucking weirdo, then I'm gonna put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, even Ammo's caught here making something, and don't worry, Tingo, you'll also be getting fucking wrath at the same time as Ammo. The only
Lastly, Amaretta gets pressed on the way she misframed and downplayed her actions around minors by reducing her conversation to merely talking about her OC's boobs, when the sexual comments she made were much more graphic than that. Sadly, Amaretta does not reply.
Guys, I only talked about bar sizes. Don't you know?
It's because it wasn't. So, your response doc, where you debugged everything, you took things out of context because you said, oh, well, I mentioned my OC's boobs and I mentioned my bras and I was helping someone with bras. And, while meanwhile, while saying stuff in the server, I'm so sorry for everyone who has to hear this, but, you know, things like, Groupie got a fat pussy. Oh, she hit that sloppy toffee for Poppy and leave a man shook. Oh, I gotta stop making my art so horny, but I don't wanna. That, you know, my ears, you know, my eyes don't really work that well. I've only got the one, but...
I was about to say, my ears, my eyes, my virgin ears and eyes. You kiss your mother with that mouth?
You know, that kind of looks to me like more than just a joke about boobs or breasts or bras. That's crazy how that works.
Why? I saw that. What the fuck? Why did it get censored? It's crazy.
And this is where the call ends. As much as Amoretta wants to claim this traumatized her,
Well, I just had food. It's crazy, Clover.
as you can see, a lot of the claims she made regarding this call are just blatantly untrue. She was questioned on her negligence and the accusations made against her, and she either lied, didn't have an explanation, or tried to downplay and explain away her actions. There is virtually no accountability here, and even removing Delta seems merely a ploy to get the call to stop, especially with the context of her later getting back in contact with Delta up until today. No Lioman yell, I'm afraid. Now,
No! What the fuck? You tell me this is cynical about Lio yelling? What the fuck? That's so unsatisfying. Imagine eating crazy. I just ate a whole jello.
departure from Senate is ever quiet.
I need my Bible verse. Need my Bible.
And this applies to Amoretta too. Amoretta
No dog, more of Plains vs. Zombie.
would continue to tweet about Lio, Senate, and everything in between even after her removal, even attempting to cozy up to the anti-Lio folk. This
Okay, before we continue this, I need to say something really fast. You all have green jello, right? Right? What flavor is in America? Because I heard y'all's green jello isn't Weitmeister. That's crazy to me. That's a really weird. I know that's a really weird. I forgot the word for it, but derail. But I really need to talk about that. Green jello is lime flavored. Americans don't know Woodruff. Yeah, it's crazy hidden. They don't know Waldmeister. It's the best kind of ice cream and jello. And you all are like, what the fuck is Woodruff? The fuck is Waldmeister? Don't eat jello, it scares me. Understandable. Green jello is mostly lime, but rarely green apple. I will try it. I had to bring my husband Woodruff because he doesn't even know it and he fell in love with it. Understandable. I never really thought about it. But then I started talking, oh yeah, we're just gonna get some, and someone asked me about ice cream flavors. I was like, oh yeah, I think it's Woodruff in English, best flavor. And he was like, fuck is Woodruff? I'm like, well, don't have Woodruff? Well, don't have the Waldmeister? Well, don't have the Waldmeister, what's wrong with you? It's been my favorite since childhood. It's the best candy flavor, the best jello flavor, the best ice cream flavor. Fight me on it.
specifically includes Amoretta tweeting during the Senate implosion, leading to Sunny reaching out and swinging at Amoretta. Amoretta, who I might remind you,
I'm European, I've never heard of wooden woof. Is that a dog calf or what? No, it's not! Kind of a herb thingy. It's like... Wait, what is wood woof? It's like... How do I explain it? It's like... It smells... It tastes like wood woof. It has its very own flavor. It's like sweet. And wood woofy. Sweet tasting herb, exactly. You get an image. It literally looks like wheat. It's literally just an herb. Wood woof. But I swear it smells. I swear it tastes amazing. This thing. Images. This thing, it tastes very good. And from that we get green jello, ice cream. Can only be harvested during a specific time of year, else it kills ya. Exactly. My grandma always would pluck her own wood woof. It was great. She made the greatest desserts from it.
9 months from now will claim that she was super duper traumatized, will play tough here and claim that there will never be any consequences, and that Senate was nothing but a pussyfied hogbugs and
enjoy the last 15 minutes of my video review by Do with a wood woof derail. You love the wood woof derail. Come on. come on. You tell me you don't love a good Waldmeister derail.
Goes on about how Sunny had fallen off. Clearly, Amaretta continued to keep up with Senate down to claiming Laya was disgusting and didn't deserve any sympathy, along with victim blaming.
It's banned in the US? You all don't like whimsy. You all don't enjoy whimsy. I see how it is. No wonder Americans are the way they are.
Him for Peach's abuse by saying he enjoyed being weaponized by her, including using Vtuber as a source. And how
interesting choice. It's a
having
choice.
Her own little BPD ACC girly moment where she goes from wanting Lio dead to sympathizing with Lio for the loss of a family member and asking
what?
People to leave him alone within a single day. She comments on old calls and attempts to morally grandstand on them. And now you're probably wondering why I bring this up. Well, because Amoretta would love for you to believe that she has absolutely no personal ties to Senate or anyone.
Absolutely none. She doesn't even care anymore, don't you know, guys?
Within it. But wait, what's that first screenshot? Before we get into Amoretta's antics today, I would like to, if only for completeness sake, mention that in September of 2025, Amoretta and Sunny got into an, according to Sunny, very productive call. This is confirmed via the friend that reached out to defend Amoretta. This is great, but I do not give a shit. Amoretta's actions and her whining about these actions being brought up makes it clear that she isn't sorry. She is avoiding these things. Avoidance is not accountability. But how do I know she's whining? Well,
no, if I don't talk about it long enough, then people forget I did it. See? It works.
Well, let's roll it back for a moment. On the 14th of March of 2026, I was alerted in a server called Thunderdome that somebody had redesigned Monstresses and Lousy Lou Loser's Sona.
Oh my god, Monsters and Lou mentioned?
Curious, I checked it out and saw that it directly mentioned Amoretta along with linking her Twitter account. This sparked my autism, and I remembered that I had heard her name before. And within the ACC, if you're not my friend, that's not a good sign. I went to confirm if this was the Amoretta I was thinking of, and it was. This led me to receiving a bunch of screenshots from Goddammit Malcolm's server directly. So let's look at them together, shall we? These screenshots start
what the fuck?
Out with Amoretta making various comments about the design of Lou's Sona and redesigning both their Sona.
Oops. Clitters. Also, it always cracks me up how people draw fat characters while keeping the wasp waist and thigh gap. Weak, fake fat lover. No, you can't physically have a fat ass with giant boobs and have a tiny waist and scrawny arms. Nearly triple the amount for drawing porn, Lamau.
Sona and Monstrous' Sona.
That is Lucy Lou Loser. Every design can be made better by making it black. Monstrous! You really have been blacked? It's crazy. I see you're going into to do this person, then I don't remember next. Monstrous got blacked!
They also mentioned wanting to redesign me and Baphomet, and I'ma be so for real, the
Hidden video also blacked. Can't figure out if she's plus size or not. Her fishnets are as orange as support container. Pentagram makes no sense. I do like the slate purple gray for the outfit. Schrödinger's fat. Like you design your hair coverage eyes, but bruh. Done is an excuse to draw the other eye. Guna fat with big boobs and thighs but snatched waist. Here's the limit of how fat a woman can be while still being considered sexy. Gotcha game fat, if you will. Can we raise the Playocon? Why not? Jilla bad. Just wait till it gets worse for me when we get later into the video. What? Why is all the crazy shit happening in the last 10 minutes?
amount of energy that's being dedicated to entire whole-ass strangers here is...
Oh, it wouldn't let me say what I want. I just designed a Sona. That's you. If I joined the ACC, it'd be me that'd be the most recognizable. Okay, so I found out they are a vampire. Also, here are all the stills. No gooning, fellas.
Weird, especially given we're allegedly irrelevant to you. Not ever have I made the conscious decision.
If I am charitable, she is pear-shaped. To be fair, when I started gaining weight, it all went anywhere but not in my arms. So my BMI is like 20, so I don't know, but pear shape seems to be the closest. Never mind, I'm logged in. It really isn't that hard.
To redesign the Sonas of people I dislike. As that's effort, I'm
So they don't just redesign Sonas of people they dislike. That's really weird. That's kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Nah, it can't be this hard to make a good design.
low-key not willing to dedicate to people I don't.
Especially knowing that fat is their fetish, it's like, I will now make everyone I don't like into my fetish. That's why she sucks. Yeah, I'm grasping at straws to figure something out. I can't even make a joke. It's so boring. Also, Jenny, I have been using these design packages because these designs make me uncomfortable. Then why are you doing it?
Want around me. This is weirdly parasocial in the wrong direction. We'll
Gonna let this simmer so conversation doesn't get drowned out at all, but I will show a final update before I finish everything and move on to hidden and Baphomet. Also, I'm still mulling the possibility of some of these being put on local, but I need to do something first. Yeah, really doesn't care about those guys anymore, huh? This is what I look like when I don't care. I redesigned the OCs.
revisit this in just a moment. The last screenshot I received was one.
They wanna be me so bad. They wanna be Fent Ferret so bad. No one wants to be you. I didn't even know who you were.
You may have seen before. Amaretta screenshotting my profile within the server I own, a server they're not in, insinuating I
Oof. The targets are so interesting too, yeah.
want to be them really bad. Bestie, you clearly didn't stalk me hard enough. I have always made a joke out of alliterating names with
My redesigns. Oh my god, those are adorable. Those are adorable, Amber. So we must be able to make it in small shops.
different drugs because it sparks joy. People even do that to me sometimes when they
It is admittedly a smidge odd to do when it makes you uncomfortable to do. Plus these designs are just vague overall, yeah. It's just like, here, here's your sheep but blacked. Here's your BOC but thicker.
greet me. It has nothing to do with you. I didn't even remember who you were until you oh so kindly reminded me. For
In black bitch, who is you?
obvious reasons, people didn't enjoy being redesigned, so Monstrous took it upon Twitter with this tweet.
Hey girl, hey! Kindness is actually my face character, my Sona, and has been associated with my name across communities for the last 8 years. Were you erasing biracial girlies? How weird! Broken heart. I love you, Montus.
Which spawned some more Twitter
Hey, hi, hello! This tweet is insane to say to the same person who made this tweet. Always associate black women with demons? What? Okay. I'm really not gonna take the backhanded racism from some... What? Racism from someone who got their pussy stretched by French... N-words, Miss Escargucci? So you may crawl back to your racist hole and stay there, thank you. You're coming to this post with bad faith, like your friend. Also, I'm such a bad artist for a design, merely having black skin. Try not to follow me. What? What?
exchanges before it spawned a blocking spree that hit people that hadn't even spoken to her yet, like me. The part I find
Crazy.
fascinating is that when Amaretta has her past
Hey, who this? Who's this? Who this guy? Oh, I remember these. Give me an excuse to post my response doc again. Don't mind if I do. That girl literally lied. How do they lie about screenshots? Read my response and find out, bestie. Yeah.
actions thrown at herself in forms of
So see why I care now? Because I called you bestie. I did, it's trash. You blame your age being just 2 years. Say that you only had a few conversations where you discussed your fetish of forewarned pregnancy. Other people were worse. Also, yes, I see you. Give me comment access and I can help you look less stupid in the doc. Request edit access. You read all 200 pages in a minute? I believe you, yes. Also, I don't really care about the drama from 5 years ago when I was literally 18. I'm turning 24, dog. Imagine being this stupid with 24. Blocked and deleted.
Screenshots from the doc, she immediately pretends she totally doesn't care about her past dramas.
I don't care, guys. See how much I don't care? I can't judge too harshly because I've done redesigns of people or see Sonas before myself. Usually with the goal of still making it clear of who it is. Severely disconnected from what I'm making from the OG. When you make design that blur like that, it makes it hard for the artist to separate what they're making from the subject, which can feel hella weird, yeah. Crazy.
Before we go on, let's go more into the other person she redesigned, Lou. The obsession with Lou is worse. Amaretta makes it a point to go as far as stalking Lou's.
I am honest to God vexed by Lou's Sona. I'm vexed. I have no real clear idea what the fuck she was going for. And people need to really learn how to fucking untag themselves in Instagram posts. I do not wish to know how pimply she is IRL. I just want to look at your art. Ew, how dare you show your real face there. And that she darkens her Sona skin. Maybe the Sona just her in summer. Also, she used to have very different Sona design. And got into knowing Lio at what seems to be a freakishly young age. I'm not fond of this at all. It looks so normal here.
Tagged Instagram posts, leading to images of Lou as a minor. Not only that, but they also openly insinuate Lio as a groomer with literally no proof, while openly commenting on images of Lou as a child. Best.
Yeah, that's weird. Seems a little...
If anyone's a weirdo, it's you for stalking people you claim to hate to a point of finding pictures of them as a child and commenting on them. But I digress. Despite claiming how little she cares, she's a
Like, it looks like a connected effort to start shit, so I'm not entertaining it genuinely. I entertained it enough with Montres. Who the fuck is Montres? Who is Montres? Why did no one introduce me to her? Because I could tell all she would do is be catty and annoying from behind the block. Lio will try to dox me. Oh.
immediately found panicking in Malcolm's server. She accuses Lio of wanting to dox her over this minor offense because Lio meant scary, and calls the backlash she gets a connected effort. She whines about the doc being brought up, despite her totally not caring, and
the idea of them thinking me making art in a server is starting shit. Man, when my headphones charge, I'm drawing something I wanna draw. I'm genuinely very annoyed about the dog being brought up. The dog is 3 years old about a drama that's going on 6 years old. Well, you're still in contact with the dude. For shit I already apologized for 3 years ago without Looney keeping track of anything. His server gone to shit. Genuinely baffling.
then says she's really
Montres is monstrous if she was from Montreal and was pretending to be French. Oui, oui.
annoyed it's dragged up, and guys, she said she's sorry, except she also kept the sexual harasser around until now, but no one needs to know that. Also, ew, Lumi glaze. Amaretta then tells us
Ew.
randomly psychoanalyzing members of Lio's friend group as far back as February, and redesigning them isn't starting shit, but to each.
Oh my god, it's Zach! Oh baby, you got my attention. By the time I'm done with you, you're gonna wish you never had. No, did they de-twink Zach? Did they blacken Zach?
Their own Delulu. She claims she doesn't know who we are, and she isn't freaking out about being spoken about in drama.
Oh god. This is a lot for someone who doesn't care. Who says I don't care.
Section she totes doesn't check, except she does, else she wouldn't know.
I totally don't check, guys. I don't care.
she was being spoken about, but go off. We then are given the asinine claim that Catslayer doxed Beansky's face. Wrong. Beansky's doxed themselves by posting a photo of
Bruh.
the room and guac barrel that had their reflection in it. They doxed themselves. Amoretta.
Why did they die? I don't trust your sound things, Fishy. Fishy, I don't trust your. I will not click it. Fuck you.
Idiot has doxed their full legal name, medical information, and location ones. There is
Bruh.
nothing anybody needs to do. Beansky's just gives
It's not worth it, Fishy. I do not trust you. You got me last time. That was the last time.
that info out. The moral grandstanding does not lie. Amaretta then tells us she totally isn't connected to the ACC, and that if people
always trust Fishy, no.
The ACC want to be treated like adults, they have to act like adults, and how they have stayed out of unnecessary drama since they were 18.
That's crazy.
I will quietly point to the runtime of this video and not much more. And then the staff in Malcolm's server pulled through. Instead of allowing Amaretta to victimize herself, they make it clear that this was a case of find out and fuck around, even
Oops.
when Amaretta tries really hard to take her.
Fine, once. You have been blacked. You're welcome.
Her own agency away and pretend this isn't a consequence of their actions within a public server. They're told to stop drawing this hate art, and everyone is reminded that the server is not a safe space. The bar is in hell, but we did cross it. The end of this tale is Miss Amaretta deleting tweets and retweets starting from the 7th of March of 2026, because remember, they don't care about their old drama, they swear.
Yeah, I don't care. That's why I delete everything. They also found that Ammo has been stalking all of my Blue Sky posts despite having me blocked. Well, it's a sign of someone who doesn't care truly.
It's why they scrubbed mentions of it, mentions of their birthday, and Amaretta, bad news, the internet never forgets, and apparently neither do I. Notice how she specifically mentions the time
Hidden's memories forever.
Frame of the pandemic, 2020 to 2023, the exact time frame of where most of
I mean, realistically, making redesigns of people's sonas is inherently petty and juvenile. I say as someone very much guilty of this, and it will happen again. Listen, but also you are not going around saying, I don't care about them. I don't care about this. I miss Ammo. Hope we can play again soon. I wish you luck, Saint. I hope Ammo won't block you.
her concerning behavior occurred, along with most of the callouts.
Coincidence? I think.
I can't read anymore. I love to talk about certain things about Ammo behind the scenes if you'd like. Oh, I would love to. I love shit Ammo. It's so crazy.
Not!
So, where does that leave us? From what it seems, Amaretta at least publicly disengaged from this drama, though I doubt she shut up behind the scenes about it. Her friends have reached out to me on the 15th of March in an attempt to question my motives and defend her.
I will be redesigning Doodletone's OC, and I will do it again! Always do it, Ember. I remember that one OC. I think I found it on my stream even. The one they had in Toy House that looked very suspicious like Beckett, just with cat ears.
Only to confirm the accusations of her sympathizing to and sticking around a sexual harasser are entirely true. It's clear she still cares. Not because she's apologetic or actually wants to hold herself accountable, but because she is frantically attempting to keep everything about this under wraps and discredit her opposition at every turn over actually acknowledging fault. Amaretta wants to be the victim, the wronged, and the poor freshly 18-year-old that just made a mistake, but that's
forever freshly 18.
That's not who they are. The way they address the controversies from 2023 onward, when they would be 21 years old, shows that even as they grow older, they have absolutely no idea of how much they harm Delta's victims and the minors around them, nor do they seem to care about how abhorrent their actions are. There's always a justification for every action at every turn. It's never Amaretta's fault, there's always an excuse. Trauma, abuse, they did it first, I just responded. From someone with a sizable platform of almost 10k, I expect better. From someone that's aged 23 by now, I expect smarter. But Amaretta.
Now you got too big expectation. Now you got too big of expectations hidden.
seeks out spaces that enable her, and she cultivates the people around her and the fact she actually tells people very carefully as to not ruffle feathers, but remain safely tucked under the cloak that is perpetual victimhood. All I can say at this point is the following. Realizing you're the villain in someone's story can be extremely hard, but you can't have a redemption arc when you live in denial. I've been Hidden, and I bid you adieu.
And yeah. Thank you, Hidden! What a ride, what a ride. That was wild DMs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Lou, do you... Yeah. I said... Wait. Lou, did you mean like calling in or talking in DMs? I have hopped into waiting room. Oh, okay. That answers my question. Very good, very good. Wait, I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Give me a second. I'll be right there. Let me just get this off. Get this on. It'll be right there. Boop, boop. I go into a live. I haven't done it. I haven't done it in so long. Did it work? Can you hear me?
Hi. Jump
Hi.
scare.
Hi, Lou.
Jump scare. Hi. All right. So there's some funny stuff. There's some funny stuff that has happened behind me. So first of all, I kind of want to just just kind of bring up something. Amaretta seems to have found me from the Mahi stream that I did with Bio some time back. I think that's where she found me because that's pretty much the only involvement I've had in the Liosphere, quote unquote, like ever. So I'm not around Lios like dramas or anything all that often. So that's the only thing I can come to the conclusion to.
So she really would have had to look to find you on there.
Yes, she would have had to stumble across the Mali stream to actually see that I am associated with Lio in any way, shape, and form. So I found out from an anonymous source where we still want them in there, March 4th, about what happened because it took place the previous day on March the 3rd. The redesigns, I mean.
Yeah.
So obviously, I decided to reach out to Amoretta on Blue Sky, and basically made a public post being like, "Huh, you hunted me down and found my socials? Interesting, very, very interesting." And I got immediately blocked. There was no response. I didn't get the monstrous treatment. I got immediately blocked. There wasn't any sort of like taunting or anything like that.
They're just like interesting, and she was like, nah. Block.
Nah. Block, immediate block button. And then 2 days later, she got fussed at by moderators. And then when I put that out. Okay, so April the 10th, if I had to concretely guess, Hidden sent Amaretta to have a conversation with me.
Oh.
And that conversation was very enlightening. So Amaretta and I had a conversation, very extensive, while I was at work.
Oh, that's great. Great.
Apparently I'm very loud. Apparently I am very
Yeah,
loud.
I made it better. It's better.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh god, what was I saying? Okay, yeah. So Amaretta and I had a conversation where I primarily focused on 3 points. One of them I'm going to keep obfuscated for right now.
Yeah, of course. Only what you can
talking about it.
Yeah, only what you can say publicly.
Yeah. Well, I can say all of this publicly. It's just somebody wants to be the first one to tackle a particular subject.
Oh. I'm getting edged here. Crazy.
Right? It's crazy. The 2 things that I wanted to make note to Amaretta that are actually important is Amaretta and kind of insinuating that I'm low-key racist, and Amaretta insinuating that Lio is a child predator and that Lio groomed me. So I brought both of those up, and the first thing she said was, "How did I insinuate that you're racist?" And I'm like, "You literally implied I darkened my character's skin tone."
She was literally like, "How dare you make your character darker than you are in winter?"
Exactly. like I'm a mixed white Hispanic woman, and so I'm just naturally a little darker when I go out in the summertime, especially when you live in Yeehaw State.
And in winter you turn Snow White.
I do. I'm getting a little darker now. It's very awesome.
Browning time again. Toasting time.
But, yeah, bruh. But then Amaretta, in response to me being like, you literally implied I darkened my youth. Oh. Sorry. Immediately in response to what I brought up, Amaretta said, I thought you had darkened your character's skin tone because you were insecure or something.
Bruh. Bruh.
Which to me, right? Which to me says, so you think I'm internally racist?
Yes.
Right? Which is still racist.
Listen,
you implied I'm racist.
Listen, you
it
might
doesn't change.
Listen, you might not be externally racist, but internally.
Exactly, dude.
Look deep inside you. Do you find the racism?
It is so stupid. I found it so stupid. But then we got to Lio. So the very first thing, in order to actually have like the accusation make sense, I want to make note where she was. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She was in Malcolm's Discord server. Now, for those of you who don't know who Malcolm is the same person who called Lio a spiritual pedophile.
The spiritual pedophilia.
Like, confidently.
Yeah.
He believes that Lio is a groomer or a pedophile. He says it confidently.
Yeah, it's insane.
He's had multiple debates about it. Now, she said in that image where she's like, her Sona used to look extremely different, and she got around Lio at what seems to be a freakishly young age, which to me implies that my Sona changed because I got associated with Lio at a young age. Lio groomed me.
You were young.
Vampire lady.
Yeah, you were young and innocent, you know, and then you met Lio, and suddenly you became a sexy vampire.
Exactly. Like, I made note of that. I told Amoretta that, and she was like, nobody implied Lio was grooming you. That was never a part of the conversation. And I'm like, bitch!
Bitch, you implied he groomed me to be a sexy vampire.
What do you mean? I think so I want to make note. I did not know Lio until June of 2024. I was long past 18. I was closer to 19, actually, when I met Lio. I wasn't in Senate.
Freakishly young.
Yeah, obviously that's freakishly young.
I don't know, when I hear freakishly young, I think of like 15 and under.
Yes! The Sona that Amoretta shows was my Sona right around the time I was 16.
Imagine going older and getting a new Sona. Crazy.
Literally, especially since, you know, I'm pretty sure that people could just pick up just from what my Sona looks like. I like the horny content. I do. I find it very fun.
Yeah.
So obviously I kind of wanted to exaggerate that a little bit more in my online persona. And I like vampires. And I
it became a sexy vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, very good.
Yes, obviously. So
I really like the design.
Lio, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Lio had no part in me making Lulu. He had no part in me constructing Lulu as a concept. Lulu predates Lio by quite a bit.
I am shook.
Obviously, Lulu is actually like an alternative Sona that I used for myself when I was 16. 17 actually. I was 17 when I came up with her original concept, and she was a lot less horny, but obviously still there.
Mm-hmm.
So Lulu very much predates Lio. Lulu predates me knowing Lio. And
Lio didn't get out his bibble and was like, and then God said, make your Sona a sexy vampire.
Exactly. Amoretta, in response to me being like, dude, you literally said that in Malcolm's Discord server. How could anybody not come to that conclusion? She said, actually, it was a criticism.
It was just
the
criticism.
Senate space. It was a criticism of the Senate space as a whole, not Lio. And I'm like, excuse me?
The Senate pressured you to make a sexy vampire. Now I get it.
So, for one, I wasn't in Senate. The only person that was in Senate that I was around was Sarah. And she actively pushed me away from that content. Sarah and I weren't friends or anything like before I was 18. She'd commissioned me for fun stuff. I actually made her a Camila Cuevas thumbnail way back when. But we wouldn't talk very often. It would only be like, hey, can you draw me something? And I would. Yeah. Sarah found a particular commission sheet that I had where when I was a kid, where I said I was taking not safe for work commissions. She specifically found that, came to my DMs, and bullied me about it, saying, what the fuck are you doing? Hello? You're a kid. Why are you taking those commissions?
As one should.
Exactly. So, Senate had nothing to do.
So the one person you knew from Senate was literally the most responsible one.
Literally, yes. Most responsible person from Senate.
Maybe that is the criticism. How dare them push you away from it at this age?
Yeah, exactly. How could she push me away from it? So obviously, I found that to be bullshit.
Yeah.
Because she said it around Malcolm spaces. Specifically. Like if it was like kind of in the public eye.
Yeah, it's especially in a space, especially in a space where you know people already dislike Lio.
Yeah, if it was kind of devoid from that, and she implied that, I'd kind of be a bit more forgiving. But she knows like Malcolm, and she knows what he says about Lio. Like she knows this. That conversation ended. With Amaretta giving me a very half-assed apology on one particular thing, which hopefully should come into the public eye at some point later on down the line. But then kind of immediately discredited herself by trying to convince me to get away from Lio in the Senate because I told her I worry that you freaks are going to hunt people down for simply being associated with Lio. Because that's all I do.
Yeah.
I'm simply associated with him.
That's enough.
That's all I am. That is enough for people to hunt down my face.
That's really crazy.
On my tagged Instagram posts that I do not control.
Yeah. Bruh. That's really insane. And then being like, yeah, Lio is a freak.
Yeah. So, I had that conversation. It ended with me basically just being like, yeah, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. I'm gonna do whatever I want, and you can eat shit and die for all I care.
As you should.
The very next day, I found out that during the course of my conversation with Amaretta, people in Malcolm's server were implying Monstrous to be a freak.
What?
And why? Because they found a post that I made where it's Lulu sitting on Kindness's lap.
Yeah, but I see. I think I have that one here.
Yeah. It's Kindness calling Lulu, saying "Good job, baby girl," while Lulu is on her phone, just doxing multiple people at once.
Yeah, wait. I have it here. Let me just open it really quickly. Boop.
Yes.
Fuck. Can I zoom in? Let me read it really fast. While wondering what creator Lou was talking about, I decided to check in on their art, and I found this. Mon treats me very well, /platonic. And then the doxing picture there. And she's like, good baby girl. If you have to clarify if something is platonic between the two of you, I think you're already cooked. This art sucks, by the way. Okay, chill, baby boy. Also, why would you joke about doxing names, numbers, emails, homes, and IP addresses for being part of a community that doesn't do any of that? You're making them look worse, especially if it's also being depicted as encouraged by someone with degrees who works with children. You just gave the people who already don't like you more ammo. It's literally joke art, man. Chill.
The funniest part is that joke originates from Guac. Because I made an offhanded comment being like, I'm gonna dox so many people. Lio said that he had to go off the grid for a bit. And it was Norden actually. It was Norden, sorry.
Yeah.
Norden said he was going to go off the grid for a little bit. And so if we wanted to freak out and do crazy shit, now would be the good time. And so obviously, I say, I'm going to dox so many people while you're gone. To which Monstrous says, hold my hand while you do, please. Of course, baby girl, I got you.
I got you, hold my hand.
That's where the whole thing comes from. It wasn't like we were actually like doxing people or anything like that. It was a funny
It's just a
joke
tee-hee.
that I made for shits and giggles. And Monstrous and I kind of have like a similar relationship that Lio and Monstrous do, to where like every now and then they'll just say out of pocket shit to each other.
Yeah.
Right?
How
Which
dare
is
you
how
joke?
Monstrous and I communicate.
Jokes are not allowed here.
Exactly. How dare I, as a 20-year-old woman?
And you drew art.
make a
You drew
joke?
art of it. That's proof you did it.
Yeah, obviously.
We have you on
How dare I,
camera.
as
We have you on camera. We have you on live.
How dare I, as a 20-year-old woman, decide to draw something funny between me and my adult friends?
How dare you?
How dare I do that?
How dare you? Don't you know when you're adult you have to give up your joke license?
Exactly, dude. And then what was it? 3 days ago from today, on April 26th, I got past more screenshots.
Bruh. It's
where
always more.
I could give, yeah, obviously. A user who's in there messaged me with a couple of screenshots and basically said, Amaretta has been like crazily obsessed with you.
Bruh.
Like insanely obsessed with you. She's been seeing all your posts and mocking your art for a good bit. And this is like low-key kind of weird. To which I say, no, this is fucking hilarious, because this just makes Amaretta look even
It looks as much makes her look insane. Because again, you don't even have that much to do in this.
No, I don't. I even made note of this to Amaretta when we had that conversation.
Like out of
Why is it that
everyone.
I'm getting so much ire? Why is it that I'm getting so much ire?
You know
Why
what?
am
I know
a
why.
particular focus?
I know why.
What's...
Your Sona is thick. That's why.
I love that, bitches. No, the response I managed to fucking peel out of Amaretta after going back and forth about it was that I'm getting so much ire because I'm a new target.
Wow. It's like, you're new, you're the fresh meat.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm also the youngest.
Oh, she thinks.
I am the
Oh,
youngest.
I get it now. She thinks you're the weak link.
Exactly, dude. I'm sitting here like, girl, no.
You're like there
'Cause
kicking
you
your
are
feet,
gold.
and you're like tea.
I'm like, hee hee. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. You think that's doing anything?
Oh,
you're so cute.
adorable.
You're so cute. Exactly. And have you gone over her manifesto yet?
What manifesto? I just saw the hidden video. What do you mean there's more?
Actually, I don't know if I can. Actually, no, I'm not supposed to share
Okay.
this, so I will keep that
Okay.
hidden. I
I
apologize.
didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, obviously, it's very funny.
I
But it's
guess we
something
will
that
see
happened.
with time. I guess we will see.
Oh well, no, I made it public, so this part I can talk about. This part I can talk about.
Okay.
Amaretta got really upsetty spaghetti today in Malcolm's Discord server.
Oh no.
And allow me to... Do I have you friended? That's the good question. That's the question. No! Please, I'm gonna friend you real quick so I can send these to you. Friend.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna send you my post on Blue Sky so you can just grab the screenshots.
Ooh.
Like right off the bat.
We are now friends.
Yippee!
That's how fast you make friends.
Yeah! I have to be on a live stream where I make fun of Amaretta for low-key stalking me. That's how that works, right, guys?
Yeah, that's how we make friends. You don't share porn. You share other people going insane over you.
Yeah, the porn will be for later, obviously.
Okay, of course, of course. You know, Amaretta, if you made third document and owned all to your weird shitty and weird behavior, we wouldn't care about you, right? Every time you own up, it's because you're caught in poorly made lies and you've pushed to tell the truth. And you're in mall court. He does it. He asks for money too. Shut the fuck up. What in the eyes of the cat slayer is accountability? I have been thinking over this question for a while now. We all know that the typical definition you get from people on the topic of accountability as a concept is that it is commonly known as the ability to accept your wrongdoings and to improve from them over time. Though forgiveness may help, it's not always a needed component. No one is forced to forgive you, honey. To one's taking accountability, nor their further improvement as a person. It takes time for a person to change, of course. But one thing that I feel is important from a personal standpoint is knowing not to rub someone's nose in it after a certain point. How long that point is entirely dependent on the trespass and the person. But it is a stance of mine. I am of the belief that the cat slayer's definition of accountability is not actually holding people accountable in the traditional sense or even what can be commonly defined as retribution, but is instead predicated upon the principles of simple motives hiding behind a veneer of a much more moral crusade. I surmise and now present that the current day ACC's stands the art, accountability streams, calls, etc. is nothing more than petty revenge. An attempt to save face / truth-wounded egos, and the much more insidious purpose of being internet bounty hunters. I'm aware that some people may think of them as vultures, and that could also suffice. What is with all the big words here? But I believe that the bounty hunters' claim is more proactive and fits their more well-known bad behaviors.
I'm the biggest bird.
You're the biggest bird, the biggest vulture. They don't merely pick old dramas clean like the common drama vultures do. They will actively hunt for people to attack and cause further harm and mental distress, too, all while holding very high and mighty opinions of themselves, as if their videos will personally ruin the life of whoever they target. For a recent or rather humorous example, see Hidden Heroines, It's So Over For You screenshot, or anything posted by Monstrous. Monstrous, the worst of all. Even if they perceived power is not equivalent to their actual sway in any one community outside of their own secular wing of servers. They don't merely talk about any one situation to cover it and garner meager donations from their pitiful viewing audiences. That in and of itself is nothing to write home about and isn't really even a frowned upon practice. It's the actions surrounding their coverage that are my evidence for a farcical, performative attempt at bounty hunting. The unnecessary involvements with these situations, years past the point of any relevance. They urge to drudge older irrelevant situations during draughts of content, with little to no regard for how the other parties involved have changed, or how it looks from a public relations standpoint. There's also a noticeable lack of any actual attempt to stop the perpetrator, hence the earlier use of the facial notion. The point isn't to actually stop anyone, it's to either soothe a wounded ego or some kind, or to gain capital. Dropping the academic speak for a second, they want money, and their videos are monetized. Truly was the only one with the courage to say it out loud, but they are all looking for easy money. In dramas they purposefully shove themselves into with little regard for everything else, after making everything worse is easy money, and an easy way to win over a perceived opponent. Bitch, you put yourselves into this!
So, for one, I want to bring this up again. I had no idea who Amaretta was. My name was in her mouth first.
Where?
I had no ties to Amoretta before
No.
this point.
You bounty
My
hunted
name-
her. You bounty hunted her. You made her speak about you.
So the only thing that I had actively participated in was three things. One, there was a situation regarding a user Tatermeister being very, very weird towards my loving, darling wife, Serafina.
Mm.
And I don't take that lightly. You're a fucking freak. Then there was, oh god, fucking, there was another situation. The Mally stream. So the Mally stream. That's another thing I actively participated in because it was funny and because Laya wanted some assistance and I wanted to help a little bit. And then the very last thing that I actively participated in is the database production stuff that is going on Sarah's channel right now. Shameless plug. Please go watch that video. It's very awesome, very cool. It's almost 4 hours though, so
Feel free to link it in the chat.
Okay, bet. Oh, that was super sweet. I appreciate it. I'll grab the link and link it in chat.
Yeah, do it.
But that, those were the only things I was involved in. I wasn't at all involved in anything else regarding Lyo, anything before or after. Anything that I was involved in was behind the scenes shit.
Yeah, so you're
and even
not.
then, that was sparse.
Yeah, so you're not even that super public that anyone would be like, oh yeah, I know this person.
Yeah, exactly. The most public, like, my biggest platform is TikTok, and that's because for like a good couple of years I was posting meme content on there, and I don't even post on there anymore. I've wanted to, but I don't really have any like motivation. My other biggest platform is Shock of All Shocks, my Blue Sky, where I pretty much just post Yuri, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, also Hidden just was like, I would also like to state I didn't make any money from the ammo video, and don't remember if I made money from the stream. Go back to the time Ammo called me a slave.
That was I'm not gonna lie. Hidden, as much as I respect you, that shit was so fucking funny. I can't even lie to you. That was so fucking funny.
Like, she goes around calling people slaves, blackening people's OC, and it's like, here, let me redesign all their OCs, and it's like, I don't know why these people go after me.
Something funny that I pointed out actually in my original tweet on Amaretta was her saying that I darken my character's skin tone, but then makes no effort to lightening my skin tone herself.
Yeah, how dare they? How dare she?
That was funny. That was fucking funny.
Well, then she would have been accused of whitewashing.
Oh well, obviously, yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah. I'll say this though, if the person who wants to make the Amaretta video that I'm referring to actually ends up making the video, I'm gonna tell them to specifically monetize the video just to piss Amaretta off.
Make money from it.
Really funny.
Get
Hey,
the
make
bag.
money from this. Amaretta doesn't want you to make money, so you should make money from it.
We should make all
It'd
the
be
money.
Really funny. Exactly.
That's it. I don't get it. I don't get it how you can be this stupid and still act like you're the victim.
Literally, I don't understand. Like I'm gonna be genuine for like 2 seconds. If Amaretta decides to listen, if you just kept my name out of your fucking mouth, I'd stop posting about you. You have talked way more about me than I have in the past 2 months. I have made 5 posts on you, and it's because every time I do, you poke your ugly head out again. And that's it. If you just shut your mouth, kept my name out your fucking mouth, and maybe took some goddamn accountability for the shit that you did, nobody would give a flying fuck about you.
Imagine fucking around and finding out.
Literally. It's so stupid.
It is.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna head out. Thank you for having this conversation.
No, thank
It
you
was
very
fun.
much for calling in.
Yes, absolutely. You have a good one.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Thank you again very much for calling in. It got wilder than I would have ever expected. It's so stupid. Okay, but with that, I think we're done for today. Oh fuck, it's almost 1 AM again. So I will go to sleep. I'm sure we will hear more about the story, because apparently there's more to come out. Looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to see where this will go. Probably not in a good direction. But you all have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We are 4 subscribers away from 500. And thank you all for stopping by. And again, check out Hidden's video. It's in the description. Join the Discord server. Play some Wordle with us. And bye-bye.